engaged in the so-called triangular trade.
And they involved in the triangular trade. Like I said, they carry goods to Africa, get us from Africa to Jamaica, to Barbados, to Trinidad. While they're there, pick up the cane, take it back to England. Slave master gets money, man, it's rich. They'll do it again and do it again. Keep reading.
The ship set out from Britain, loaded with trade goods.
And the ship set out from Britain, loaded with trade goods, man. What were them goods for? To swap you, to get you from them Hamites, man, and make you work for free, make you cut cane, make you cut coffee beans, make you cut tobacco. You want to know why it's called Trinidad and Tobago? Tobago means tobacco, and it's called tobacco because that was your job in the island, cutting tobacco, man. That's what it's called, Trinidad and Tobago. So it's a country known for tobacco, and guess who's picking that tobacco? You was, man. You was picking that tobacco, and guess how much you did it for? Free of charge.
Right.
And guess who apologized to make you do that? Nobody did.
Right.
Keep reading.
Which were exchanged on the West African shores for slaves captured by local rulers.
And all these goods were exchanged for you. You was exchanged for goods, man. For goods. You was given, a man sold you for tobacco, musket guns, wine, even handkerchiefs, man. We're going to read that in the document too, man. Handkerchiefs. Keep reading.
From deeper inland, the slaves were transported through the infamous Middle Passage across the Atlantic and were sold at considerable profit for labor in plantations. The ships were loaded with export crops and commodities, the products of slave labor, such as sugar and rum, and returned to Britain to sell the items.
So like today, man, when you go to Tesco, you see rum on the shelf. That rum was made in a factory, man. And Tesco buys that rum and sells it to the people. Back then, there was no factory. You were that factory. You made that cane. You made that rum. And guess what? They'll come to England and then they'll sell it, man. Anyone seen a picture of a slave man with a slave with a mask around his face? What was that mask for? I'm gonna show you how great England is, man. That was a muzzle, man. So when a slave's cutting cane, God forbid he takes a bite of the cane. God forbid he takes 1 penny of the slave master's profit, man. They'll put a mask on his head and padlock it at the back. God forbid he takes a bite of it, man. Great Britain did that. Great. When a black man's working for free, man, for free, working for free, not getting no wages and nothing, man. God forbid he takes 1 bite of the white man's profit, man. And he muzzled him to make sure that he couldn't do that, man. You ever see the movies where they're bagging up cocaine and stuff and they make sure all the girls are naked so they can't sneak nothing in them? That's what he did to you, black man. God forbid you took a suck of sugar cane, man. He wanted every single penny, and Great Britain's responsible for that, man. Next slide. And that's the triangle trade right there. Britain, West Shores of Africa, to the Caribbean, and back again. That's what they'll keep doing. And they make money over and over and over again until William Wilberforce, this great man, so-called, abolished slavery, man. Next slide. So this is a book called The Zong. You know, it's a great book Dungabar recommended to me. The Zong, everyone know what Zong is? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna find out what black people went through slavery. The Zong is the name of the slave ship. It's like a Dungabar. Get the book for you, it's on the side. You might kind of blur it, but we're gonna go from pages of this book called The Zong. The Zong was a slave ship that made various trips back and forth to Jamaica in particular, not just the islands, but to Jamaica in particular. Now there's an incident that happened on this book, on this ship called The Zong. We're gonna read it. The next slide. If you can't read, then go to the book, but if you can. Alright, so read that, page 19 in the book The Zong.
Page 19 in the book The Zong. Handkerchiefs.
What?
Handkerchiefs.
So these are the things that black people was exchanged for. Handkerchiefs, man. Handkerchief, or as Jamaica call it, a kerchief, a flannel. Exchanged for handkerchiefs, man. We done.
A brass pan.
Brass pan, we done.
Muskets.
Musket guns, we done.
Powder.
Powder, we done.
Flints.
Keep it in.
Sharp knives.
Knives, we done.
Iron pots.
Iron pots, keep it in.
Hats.
Hats, man. Hats. What? How much want with hats? I don't know, man. Is it hot over there? Hot over there. I don't know what they want with hats. The last thing a Hamite wants is a hat, man. He's naked anyway. He's wearing loincloth, man. Why he wants to cover his head and not his parrot top? I don't know, man.
Right.
But this is what we was exchanged for. Keep it in.
Caps, cutlasses, beads, and brandy. Liverpool's 18th century boom is made plain in its shipping data.
So Liverpool had data, kept records, man, and listen to how much when they went to these countries and got slaves back and then docked the ships with cane. They took documents of how much cane they were carrying, and this is how hard you work, black man. This is how hard Great Britain made you work, man. Read.
In 1701, the city had 102 registered vessels.
So in 1701, they had 100 what? 102 boats. Not much, but that's a lot of slaves, man. It's a lot of cane, man. A lot of bins right there, man. And look, it doubled, man, in less than 10 years, man. Keep reading.
A century later, the figure stood at 796.
And look at that, man. It tripled, quadrupled. In 10 years, it had 776 ships, man. Picking up black people, dropping them back, getting cane, taking the profit back to England, making slave masters richer and richer and richer, man. 772 vessels, man. Doing business, man. Keep reading.
In 1709, Liverpool handled only 14,600 tons of shipping.
Oh, so imagine that, man. Imagine that. They worked you so hard that underwater they got a boat which has
14,600 tons of shipping.
14,000 tons of shipping, man. You know how much that is? Who here has ever saw a 10-ton lorry, man? Just 10, not 1,700. A 10-ton lorry. Who's ever been in the motorway and seen a lorry, 10-ton lorry, you know, 10, carrying goods from Tesco, carrying goods from Marks and Spencer's, man. And these men had 10 times the size of that, man. They made you work for that. Say what? What's the figure again?
14,600 tons of shipping.
14,000, man. And I thought a 10-ton lorry was something. And guess what? That 17,000, guess you did that work, man. You sweated in the hot sun for that, man. You caught cane for that, man. And that's why England's so great. That's why it's so rich today, man. That's why there's so much money today, man. Can you imagine that? Today, a Polish man come from Poland, got no connection to England, man. And he's looked after. And you know who paid for that? You did.
Right.
You paid for that. Your grandfather, he paid for that, man. Your grandfather paid for a Polish man come and sneak in the back of a lorry and get free NHS and a free house, man. These slave masters must have been billionaires, man, off the backs of your people, man. Keep reading.
But that had doubled by mid-century.
And the mid-century doubled, man. Now we're gonna find out how much ships they got and now how much tons they're carrying now. Read on.
And by 1800, had risen to 450,000 tons.
Come on, man. We don't want to guess. I've seen 10-ton lorries, man. They're called 10-ton lorries for a reason, and they carry some goods, man. And this is what 17,000. All that cane, man. All that coffee bean and cocoa, man. All that tobacco, man. Read on.
The only Liverpool ship traded to Africa in 1709 was a mere 30 tons. But in the last year of the century, 134 ships with a total of...
No, oh, we work now? No, that's just green part away. So anyway, next slide anyway. So that's how hard we work to make Great Britain so great, man. Make it so rich, man. Give me the next slide. Let's get to the book. It's a bit blurry, right? Slovakia. My camera resolution ain't so good, but we got the book here anyway. So we're going to read from that. And this is the Zong. This is page 97 and 98, man. I'm going to show you what the Zong is. The Zong is a slave ship and it's famous for a reason. It's famous for a reason. We're going to show you why it's so famous, man. Let me know when the book of the Zong, 97 and 98.
Page 97 in the Zong. There were now an estimated 380 Africans on board.
So again, this is the ship, the Zong. The Zong was a ship that the British owned. And then how much slaves on board?
380.
And then 380 Hebrew Israelites on board. Black people, our foreparents, our uncles, our nieces, our nephews, our children, man. They had on board ready to go to the islands to work for cane, work for free, to abuse and whip and abuse, man. Keep it in.
Many of whom were sick.
And many of them were sick. On that ship, many were sick. Remember, imagine, you go from eating what you want, now you can't eat what you want. You're around this white man who brings his germs over to where you live, and now you're sick, you don't feel right, man. Keep it in.
It was at this point, on any slave voyage, only days from landing.
So now, this ship was destined to Jamaica, you know what I mean, a place called Black River in Jamaica, St. Elizabeth, and only a few days left. And what happened was the pilot didn't have enough water. A slave ships was a business like today. It was not no two white men with a ship come and get some slaves. It was a business. On the ship, they had doctors on there. On the ship, people had water supplies on there, food supplies on there. And this man didn't calculate the water properly. And they got a few days left to make their journey, and they're running out of water, man. And this is what they done. We done?
That the ship's doctor and crew were usually busy preparing Africans for sale.
So they're preparing us for sale, getting us greased up. You don't want to sell a slave looking all dry. You want them greased up, looking nice, and like when you buy, like you send the car, you send the car now, shine it down, wash it, validate it, make it smell nice. So a man can go, I want this, man. Remember, you've been on a ship for what, months, man? You're tired. You've been eating slop all day. You're around women that are on their menstrual, man. So all that is sick, they want to make you look good, for sale, they'll grease you up and so forth, get you prepared, man. So it's a couple of days for selling. Do you know, give it back, do you know on the slave ships, men drown in women's menstrual blood? And Great Britain did that also, man. You be on your back on your back for months, man. And women were on their menstrual, and all you need is about 4 inches to drown. Not much, especially if on your back. And we died like that, man. That's how we died. We'll keep reading.
Washing and cleaning the captives, oiling their skin to give it a less sickly pallor.
There you go, the oil your skin, make it look good, make it look decent, man. Make it shine like, make it look like that car, man. Keep reading.
The most wretched afflicted with dysentery were bunged up with oakum.
And they'll bunge up, man. You better run to something to make sure you don't let it rip those stuff you, man. They'll plug you, man. Keep reading.
With oakum and cotton, the Africans had to be scrubbed and smartened, and the blemishes of sickness and trauma disguised.
And all that trauma, sickening, disease, disguise it, man. So the bio is strong. Let me buy it, man. You can go on my plantation. Keep reading.
To make them as attractive and valuable as possible to
all that
purchasers.
All that was done to make us look good and attractive, and yes, of course, they want that one. I wouldn't mind paying. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind paying that money that you're offering because it's worth it, man. Keep reading.
The crew, now numbering only 11 men, were assembled and asked what the thought of the suggestion that faced with the water crisis.
So the crew, imagine it was 11 members in the crew, man. 300 of us, 11 members of them, but because they had organization, because they had weapons and guns, and because they had help with the Africans, they were able to overpower us, man. So they sat down to the right, run out of water. A few days left, what we're gonna do, man? You know, we need some water. We can't get there. We got to feed the slaves water, feed us water, and guess what? The black man, they gave black men 4 teaspoons of water, man. That's also in the book. 4. Imagine a grown man like you, man, a big man like you, man. You ever been thirsty at night time and you bust the fridge and gulp that water back? Imagine me saying, no. Just take 4 tablespoons, man. That's what they did to you, man. But keep reading.
Part of the slaves should be destroyed to save the rest and the remainder of the slaves.
And they said, listen, we gotta kill some of these slaves, man. I'm trying to make it alive. I got kids at home, man, to kill these so that water can stretch, man. And then we read on what happened to these slaves. Keep reading.
No one on board objected to the suggestion.
And no one said, whoa, nah, man, these are people, man. These are human beings. You can't do that. That's wrong, man. No, you can't kill people like that, man. No one on board said that's wrong. Everyone said, yep, so that's a good idea to me. So how is it today that everyone's crying because the dodo birds extinct? How is it everyone's crying about what? You can't do to dogs. You can't beat dogs. Well, how does the RSPCA exist, man? But meanwhile, 11 men sat down and said, yeah, good idea, makes sense to me. We gotta live, man. Keep reading.
No one on board objected to the suggestion.
And no one said, whoa, nah, no one objected. Everyone thought it makes sense to me. Kill him. Keep reading.
That they kill some of the slaves.
And I said, let's kill these slaves, man. I'm trying to make it home. I got wife at home, Pitney at home. Yo, listen, Christmas is coming, man. We gotta kill these. I'm trying to make it back. Keep reading.
And they set about the murderous work immediately.
This alright, boom. Let's get cracking. Keep reading.
At 8 p.m. that same evening.
And at 8 p.m. that same evening, they didn't stop. That same evening, we done?
54 women and children were pushed overboard.
And they threw 54 women and children. They didn't say, no, the kids are cute, man. They didn't say, oh, she's young. Oh, come on, I can't let him, man. He's young, man. They threw 54 women, not just the men, women and children, man, overboard. And people like, man, the I.S.U.P.K, when we say, we don't love our oppressors, man. Not all of them are bad, but you can't say, not all of them. They don't all, but they've changed, man. They pushed 54 women and children overboard. And to make it even worse, guess what? This is British history. This is a British ship.
Right.
Slavery made Britain rich, man. So why don't they talk about this in British schools, man? Don't respect you enough to talk about. I didn't learn this in school. I didn't learn this in history class. Don't want to talk about that, man. Keep reading.
As Council later described, singly through the cabin windows, the timing was important, darkness was falling, and the change in the ship's watch allowed all hands.
So again, they threw us overboard, man. Can you imagine that? In the Atlantic, ice cold, man. We saw a couple of white people drown on Titanic, man. Our heart was sinking, man. We're like, oh man. We saw Jack. Remember Jack? We saw Jack going down into the blackness. We was like, oh, this is really sad, man. Meanwhile, black man, 300-year-old women and children thrown over the same way, man. Same way. Do you know sharks follow that same direction to this day? So much black people thrown overboard and eaten by sharks. To this day, in 2019, sharks follow that same route, man. You killed so much that you changed the course of nature, man. You changed the whole course of nature. That sharks, dumb animals, are still swimming this way looking for food, man. Keep reading.
The change in the ship's watch allowed all hands to be available for the killings. 2 days later, on the 1st of December, a group of 42 men were thrown overboard.
Now 42 more? So you know what? We didn't kill enough. Like some more. Like water's going kind of quick. You know. We tried to give them tablespoons of water. It didn't work. Throw some more over, man. British people did this. All the 11 men were British people. All these 11 men was hired by Britain, employed by Britain to make this money, man. And they threw you overboard. And I must join the army. I must join the RAF. I must have a puppy on my chest. I must go to Memorial Day on the 11th of November. I'm not going, man.
Right.
I'm not going, man, because my people died to make this country great, man. And I can't do that, man. You wanna have no integrity. You wanna say that you do that, man. But we don't do that at I.S.U.P.K, man.
That's right.
We love our people here, man. And for you to get great, you put my people down, man. You made my people die so you can be great today, man. And I can't be a part of this country, man. It's lucky we done.
A group of 42 men were thrown overboard from the quarterdeck. A third batch of 38 Africans were killed.
And another, was women and children, another batch was thrown over just so these men can make it back safe. We had to die so other people would make it back safe, man. And Britain did that. Great Britain, this is so-called great country did that, man. This country that talks about, oh, this inhumane. You can't say that about homosexuals. You can't say that about Jewish people. You can't say that, you can't beat a dog. Do you overboard for that to get great, man. Put the foot on your neck so that they can get great, man. Keep reading.
A third batch of 38 Africans were killed sometime later. 10 Africans, realizing what was about to happen, jumped overboard to their deaths.
Some of us saw our brother dying. We said, nah, man, I ain't getting thrown overboard. And we're so scared we jumped overboard and killed ourselves, man. Any more on that? I'll show you. Let's get next slide. Go on, keep reading. I'm gonna show you the twist in the story. You think you're so far, you think, oh, this is terrible, man. This is the half of it, man. The story ain't over, man. Go on, read.
The killings took place in small, manageable batches.
So they threw you over small, manageable batches. They didn't kill our whole heap. Kill, 50 here, another 50 there, 70 here. Keep reading.
The men were thrown overboard, handcuffed, and in irons.
Imagine that, man. Thrown overboard, handcuffed. You can't even swim. Your hands are tied, man. You can't even struggle. Your hands are tied, man. And who does that today? Who beats you up while you're handcuffed, man? Who slams on the car bonnet while you're handcuffed, man?
That's right.
Who tasers you while you're handcuffed, man? Imagine that, man. Heavy chains. You can't even swim and panic. You can't even do that. You didn't die anyway, but you can't even panic because your hands are cuffed together, man. Keep reading. Drowning. Every breath you take in, your lungs get full with water, man. You're breathing full with water until you just die, man. To drown is a horrible death, man. Keep reading.
According to Castle, to make the process less dangerous for the vigilant crew, it was obvious to the other Africans, penned below deck, what was happening. They must have heard the killings.
So he said the other brothers below deck, shackled and chained, they heard it too, man. They heard the crying, the screaming, the splashing, the struggling. Keep reading.
It was no easy matter to heave a human being overboard, even when they were shackled. Robert Stubbs, innocently marginal to those events in his evidence, later told the court, I heard some of the shrieks of some of them.
And that's what the man said. Told the court, listen, I heard the shrieks, man. I heard your grandma crying, your granddad crying, splashing, kicking, drowning to death, man. Keep reading.
People tend not to go to a violent death without a noisy struggle.
And there you go. So it wasn't a quick thing like, well, when you kill a sheep, no full sad. The sheep is cut his throat. Hence the saying, I sleep a lamb to the slaughter, meaning die easy. These men put a shift in, killing 70 black people one time, 50 another time. These weren't no nice men, these were murderers, man. Merciless
Right.
murderers. To throw 70 people overboard, you must be a murderer, man. To throw one overboard, kicking, screaming, biting, and you did it. Watch them try and did it again, and did it again, and did it again, man, until you got to the number of 70. The next day did another batch and another batch, man. These are no nice British folk, man. These were murderers, man. And threw women overboard. They didn't say, oh, she can leave her, man. She's little, man. Look at her, she's small. She'll tell a woman, man, threw her overboard, killed her. They said, oh, look at him, man. Oh, it's cute, man. Look at him, he's got braids, man. Come on, leave him, man. You know what I mean? Threw him overboard, man. He didn't care, man. Keep reading.
And though the evidence about the last brutal moments of the murdered Africans is sparse, we know enough and can easily imagine more about the screaming terror unleashed in the waters.
The screaming, the kicking, the splashing. You can only imagine, man. Only imagine. Our sons died, man. Splashing, kicking, and screaming, man. But meanwhile, I must forget about that. I guess you I should remember in 2019. Guess. Madeline.
Right.
I must forget about these children. I remember Madeline, man. Everyone, this country on its knees, broke, no money left, man. Who remembers something called what's it called again? What's it called, man? When you go college, you give you the money back in the day. EMA, man. Who remembers EMA? They cut that, man, because the country's broke. Now they say 2 kids maximum, we're not paying no more because the country's broke. But the country's put an additional £1 million for the search of Madeline. One little white girl, man, just one.
Right.
One, the whole country got starved, no more EMA, no. We got clamped down, man. You know, they're bleeding the country dry, man. And on one white girl, everybody, the country, taxpayers must spend money to find this woman, man. That's how much they love, how much they love their people and hate yours. Meanwhile, 700 of your children thrown overboard. And one, they want to find them, man. It was 10 years ago, man. Man is a big woman. If she's alive, I don't know. She's a big woman now, man. Yo, probably got picked and everything. But they gotta find them, man. They're like, yo, that's our kid right there. We gotta find them, man. And you black man, forget about that, man. It's in the past, man. Come on, you're so bitter. Forget about it, man. But we're not gonna forget about us. In fact, we're gonna take some taxpayers' money, even though we're broke and going for hard times, and we're gonna go find Madeline, man. We need to find her. Keep it in.
On those early evenings, only days short of Jamaica, this terrible scene repeated over 3 days.
Oh man, they was killing people for over 3 days, man. They're 1 day away from Jamaica, and they're testing the water. It's short, man. Throw 50 more over. Oh, much that water can stretch. Throw 50 more over, and did that for 3 days, man. Next slide. What hit me?
This terrible scene repeated over 3 days killed 1/3 of the Africans on board.
Killed 1/3 of their commodity, man. Killed 1/3 of us, man. Give me next slide. See that. So that was terrible. Next slide. That was terrible, but it don't stop there, man. It gets worse, man. So give me next slide. Okay, read that for me.
Page 99 out of the song. As the ships struggled on with the diminished water supplies, though now with fewer African thirst to quench.
So now they got few of us. What is it? What's the word they use? Few
Africans thirst to quench.
So right, we got to feed too much bellies now. This is manageable. We can quench their first now, not much now. We got rid of what, 1/3, so we're good now. It can stretch, we can work. We done?
It was claimed that a further 36 Africans died before reaching Jamaica.
And after all that, 30 more died anyway. You know, with the heartache, the dying, the diseases, the pestilence, who died anyway. Give me next slide.
There's more missing.
Go on, keep reading.
Stubbs said that the Zong arrived at Black River with 30 of the Negroes laying dead upon the deck.
And when it landed, and they got the slaves ready for sale, 30 of them were dead on deck, just dead. Couldn't take no more, man. Keep reading. And it gets better, man. That ain't finished. You think, whoa, that's rough, but it can't get worse than this. That when it gets worse than this. You ready? Read that for me.
The Zong arrived at Black River.
Then I'll see that next slide. What do you want? Read that for me.
The Zong arrived at Black River with 208 Africans on board on the 9th of January 1782. A Jamaican newspaper ran an advertisement offering for sale 200 Africans.
So, they started off with 700 and ended up with 200, man. And had an advertisement out saying 200 Africans. You know, we're not Africans, but the white man was Africans. So that's the reason why it's in the book. The 200 Africans for sale. Keep reading.
These were the survivors of 442 Africans.
And these were the survivors of 400 dead, thrown overboard, murdered. Keep reading.
Such a massive loss of life on any slave ship.
And that's a massive loss of life. Ain't that sad? Not to him. You're gonna find out what he did after this. Keep reading.
Would have proved a commercial disaster for the owners, but when the Gregson syndicate heard about the deaths, they had other ideas.
So hold on. The owner said, "Whoa, this is rough, man. Imagine you're dead. You lost your life," and the owner talked about, "Oh man, I lost some money, man." And guess what? In here, he had other ideas. He had ways to make that money back. He lost 400 black people. He's gonna make that money back. He ain't going out like that, man.
They intended to turn the loss of life into a profitable.
And they said, "Okay, we lost 400 black people, but there's a way to make that money back, man. You're gonna see what he done." Keep reading.
By claiming on the ship's insurance.
Oh my God, you're black man. You died on phone of a boy that was murdered, man. And this man got his money back on the insurance, man.
Right.
This man, you know when you got a house and you insure the house, and you're insured for theft, breaking, for the TV, for jewelry. That was you, black man. You're the TV, you're the jewelry. You died and that ain't enough. He got paid, man. He went out there, got black people, put them to Jamaica and they died, and he still got paid for it, man. He went to court and won the court case and got paid back for the money that he lost, and that was you, black man. And British, guess who gave him his money back? Guess where he went to court? Guess where his court case was held? In Britain. Guess who killed these black men? British people did.
That's right.
Guess who owned the slave ships? British people did. And he got every penny back on insurance, man. Next slide. And that's a depiction in the book, The Zong, man. You know, with throwing slaves overboard. Because you know, they gotta drink, man. They gotta make it home, man. Who cares how you live? And I'm gonna show you something today, black man. Ain't nothing changed, man. I think this is just the beginning. I'm gonna skip forward and show you even today. And even in the 60s and 80s and so forth, man, we went through these same problems, man. Keep reading. Next slide, start here. Same book again, the song. This is page 104.
Page 104. The case was heard before a jury.
So they went for a jury. I'm asking y'all, I believe I need my money back, you know what I mean? My slaves, you know, they rebelled and threw themselves overboard. I need my money back. So just like any insurance, you bump someone's car or something, you go to court, they see if you deserve this insurance or was you covered by this insurance, and that was you, black man. You was covered by insurance at one time. Britain covered you by insurance. If slaves rebel, you get insured. If they kill themselves, you get insured. And the case was heard in front of a jury, in front of court, you know?
The case was heard before a jury, which decided that the insurers were indeed obliged under the terms of the insurance policy to pay compensation for the murdered Africans.
Oh man, sad, come on man. Look at this poor slave, it's such a victim. He lost 700 slaves, man. Come on, we got to pay him back, man. Let's give him some compensation. Look, he got a business to run, and he sent a ship out there, cost him a lot of money, paid for the voyage, paid for the pilot, what's it called, the captain of the ship. He paid for his crew. Oh, come on, we got to pay him back, man. That's just wrong, man. When you cried for the people thrown overboard, man.
That's
you
right.
cried for them black people that drowned to death in ice cold water, man. In the movie, what sunk the Titanic? An iceberg, man. It's cold out there, man. And black men, whoever jumped to the cold bath before, man, almost catch you death. And black men was thrown in deep cold water and died there, man, eaten by sharks, man. But guess who gets the compensation? The man that threw you overboard. Come on, man. You did next slide. And it's another British man, Thomas Thistlewood. Ever heard of a man called Thomas Thistlewood? If you don't know, you're about to learn about him again. I'm gonna show you how great these British people were, man. No way. I know we've got in slavery now. A lot of people know about slavery, but we're gonna move forward, man. We're gonna advance to that. This is a man called Thomas Thistlewood, and you can read about him. So read that for me, you know.
Thomas Thistlewood was a British citizen who migrated to the western end of the colony of Jamaica.
Another Great Britain, great country. Let's see about these British people, man, that we love so much. We're gonna fight side by side in the army. Thomas Thistlewood, a British man who migrated to Jamaica, man, and got himself a nice plantation. I used to brand his slaves with TT, man, for Thomas Thistlewood, man. Keep reading.
Where he became a plantation overseer.
Became a what?
Became a plantation overseer.
So became a plantation overseer. I mean, a man hired him to look out for the slaves, make sure everyone's working, no one ain't doing nothing wrong. That's where you get an officer from today, an overseer. Officers come to get into the car, making sure, niggas ain't robbing, make sure black people ain't doing nothing that they shouldn't be doing. Stop and frisking you. That was an overseer back then. Make sure you're working. He's on his horse, looking. Yeah, man, better be cutting that cane. Press left. No, go back. Press left.
Say that again.
One. Press left. Sorry.
You mean right?
Right. Yeah. One. Okay. So read about this man Thomas Thistlewood when he went to Jamaica. Read.
Thistlewood's sheep were, you want something from the top down?
Yes, the Thistlewood sheep. Yeah.
Thistlewood's sheep were killed by the natural disaster.
So Thistlewood had sheep in the plantation, only got land. They had sheep and they were killed by natural disaster. How it happened, I don't know. Hurricane, rain, thunder. Killed the sheep dead. You know what I mean? Rotten sheep dead. They weren't killed properly in the butchers. And guess what he did with these sheep,
So he allowed his slaves to eat them.
And he gave it to you to eat, man. So, I ain't eating that. But you man, eat it, man. And you wanna marry them in 2019.
Right.
You wanna be a part of them. You wanna be a part of Britain. And this man is a father of some of these women that you're chasing, man. He's a distant cousin of some of these women that you're chasing in his club, man. He's a distant cousin of the man that you wanna work for and pledge your allegiance to, man. He made you eat it, man. So I ain't eating that. You eat that, man. And I'm wrong for saying that black people must love each other, man. I'm wrong when the Bible says we can't eat rotten meat, but we must give it to the heathen, man. Yeah. They did it to us.
That's right.
They did it to us. They said, I ain't eating that, you can eat that though, man. And all nations do it to black people, man. Keep reading.
A year later, Thistlewood's slaves were still asking him for clothes to replace those lost in the 1780 hurricane.
So, read that again.
A year later,
so at the hurricane, his animals died. He let us eat the rotten food from the hurricane. And a year later, after that hurricane, we done?
Thistlewood's slaves were still asking him for clothes.
A year later, man. A year later, his slaves say, yo, master, them clothes in that hurricane a year ago, they destroyed. Can I get some clothes to replace these? A year later, man. Imagine your son got last year's school shoes on, man. Shoes hurting him, man. He did that to you. Show them what he loves you. Show them what compassion he had to you. A year later, he's still complaining about clothes. Saying, yo, these are clothes, man. They tear up, man. You know what I mean? They used to on my back to keep me warm at night time, man. A whole year later. You know how long a year is? You know people that were alive a year ago that ain't alive today? And a whole year ago, they're still begging for clothes, man. Keep reading.
In 1781, another hurricane, Thistlewood would have a slave beaten.
So, Thistlewood would have a slave beaten. This is what he done. This great British man, this Brit man, that brought money to England and finance to England, man. He would have a slave beaten. Now, a lot of you thinking, bro, that's normal. All slaves are beaten, man. Keep reading.
Thistlewood would have a slave beaten, and then salt, pickle, lime juice, and bell pepper would be rubbed onto the open wounds.
So this man would have a slave beaten and put lime, pickle juice in his wounds, man. In the wounds. So you will bet. So you know what I mean? This don't sound like a man that's, you know, he didn't know better. It's because, you know, them people back then, they was wicked, but we've changed now, man. This man wanted you to burn and feel some pain, man. Put pickle juice in your wounds, man. Who's ever been cooking and cut himself and a little pepper touch a little slice in your finger, man? You feel it, man. And he put pickle juice in open wounds, man. This great British man, he did that to us, man. Keep reading.
Thistlewood wrote that when two slaves named Punch and Cuckoo were caught for running away, they were one flogged and then washed and rubbed in salt pickle.
So this man said that, listen, any of the slaves ran away, two of the slaves ran away, and he flogged them, beat them up, man, and then rubbed them with pickle and pepper, man. Keep reading.
In salt pickle, lime juice, and bell pepper, a slave named Hector.
And listen, this is disgusting. Not only is this man brutal to us, he's also a sexual deviant, man. It's been that way since what, the Greeks and the Romans, man. It's been that way since the Greeks and Romans. This ain't new. People now talk about, oh, that porn is disgusting. It is disgusting, man. And guess what? He's been on that from the Greeks and Romans, man. And Joseph Epiphany and what's his name again?
Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Greek was known for having sex with their horses, man. Was known for making a man have sex with their wives and watching, man. This man was the same way, man. This man was a sexual deviant, and this is what this man did to his slaves while he would watch, man. We done?
A slave named Hector was whipped for losing his hoe.
And this man lost his hoe. Hoe's like a gardening tool. This man lost it, so he was beat for that. We done?
And Thistlewood made new Negro Joe piss in his eyes and mouth.
And they made a man piss in his eyes and mouth, man. This freak, man. This disgusting guy right here, man. Made a man piss in his eyes and his mouth. We done?
Then another slave would be forced to defecate into the runaway's mouth.
And made a man defecate in his mouth. Oh, come on, man. He looked his kids in there, man. I'll let it rip, man. This man did that to us, man. You know, give me the next one, man. Come on, man. And the Scots ain't getting away neither, man. Get them Scots as well, man. Britain, England, and Scotland, man.
That's right.
And they ain't getting away, man. They ain't getting away, man. Press right again. Okay, this is a Scottish man now. They ain't getting away, man. Scotland getting it too, man. You know, read about the Scots that Scotland tried to distance himself, man. Just read about the Scot, man. Read that. The man called Simon Taylor, Scottish man. Read.
Simon Taylor was the wealthiest.
The what?
Simon Taylor was the wealthiest.
Hold on. Not only was Scotland involved, this man's Scottish, and he's the wealthiest, meaning the richest. All Britain had loads of slave owners, man, and none of them could step to the wealth of this man right here. This man, he was the wealthiest. You know?
Was the wealthiest sugar planter in the colony of Jamaica.
This man was the wealthiest, man. Look at all the wealthy plantation owners you got in Jamaica, man. The Robinsons, man. You got the Gordons. What was the name? The Simpsons, man. And this man's wealthier than all of them, man. The Campbells, all of them, wealthier than all of them, man. That's Scotland right there. This man here from Scotland, man. You can research him. Next slide. Move forward for time. So again, William Wilberforce, these good white people said, nah, man, slavery is wrong, and they crushed slavery. They're so good, ain't they? They saw that, you know, they was wrong. Then they came to their senses and said, no, we're wrong, and they stopped this, and they stopped it, man. And this is what happened when they stopped slavery. Read that for me out.
Slavery Abolition Act 1833.
So the white man came to senses and said, nah, man, we've been wrong. Let's be nice to the Negroes now, man. Let's abolish slavery. And they started something called the Slavery Abolition Act in the 1800s. We done?
In British history, Act of Parliament that abolished slavery in most British colonies freed more than 800,000.
Oh man, so great, ain't they? Abolish slavery, freed us, let us free. So good, man. They changed. It was wrong to us, and they said no, it was wrong, and they changed it and abolished it, let us free, man. This is what they done when they let slavery free. Next slide. What again? Come on, slap my ribs. That's some fancy, fancy slides. I'll watch that. Okay, go on.
In 1833, Britain emancipated its enslaved people and raised the equivalent of 17 billion in compensation.
Okay, this sounds good, doesn't it? So Britain emancipated us, let us free, and they got money, man. A lot of money, finances, and they got the equivalent today of 17 billion, man. That is money, man. That's some Bill Gates money right there. 17 billion. How much these rappers with this 2 million? And they got chains and cars and everything. And England raised together 17 billion pounds, man. 70, that's some open money right there, man. And this is what England did with that money. Did with that good money, man. You done?
But that money wasn't paid to the enslaved people.
Hold on. They got 17 billion and they didn't give it to black people. I thought you found out you was wrong. I thought you said, you know what, we're wrong, we're wicked, let's make up for it, man. Let's let them free, man. You got money and didn't give it to us. Our back was whipped. We went for free, we didn't get no money. Where did this 17 billion go to, man? You done?
It was given to Britain's slave owners.
Oh man, that's where it went to, man. It went to them sad slave owners. Because them slave owners, they can't enslave you no more. That's their sugar business gone now. How they gonna have a living? How they gonna feed their children, man? Let's compensate them, man. How them slave owners gonna, you know, keep food in the fridge, man? Keep the lights on, man. Forget the black people that say move. But oh man, Mr. Fistlewood, you know what I mean? You know, here you go. You ever been redundant and you ever been made redundant of a job? They give you compensation, saying this should put you on your feet until you find another job and so forth. So what does that mean? No sweat, watch it. That's the mic. And they gave 17 billion to slave owners, man. Because you know, oh, so sad what happened. Yeah, I'm sorry. The government, man, they buy slavery, so here you go, here's some money, man. 17 billion with slave masters, and not to you black men who work hard. Shows how much Britain cared about you. I thought you think, oh, they buy slavery, they're good people, man. No, they ain't. After they buy slavery, they didn't give you nothing, man. They put you out there on the streets, man. Everyone's getting paid, but you're getting compensation. So they get compensation, but you ain't. The poor slave master who can't work you for freedom no with compensation, man. Britain messed up India. They went to India and messed up India. And you know what the British government said? Said because we messed you up, we'll give you a contract. You can go to the Caribbean and we'll give you jobs. We don't want to pay them niggas now, man. We don't like them. Nowadays, we gotta pay them now because slavery is abolished. We'll give you the jobs, man. And the Indian man who they call coolies today went to the Caribbean, man. That's why he's in Trinidad. That's why he's in Jamaica. Because they give him jobs because they messed up his country. So far, they messed up white people and they gave them money for messing them up. They messed up the East Indians and they gave them money for messing them up. And they messed up black people also. We don't get no money for being messed up, man. Everyone's getting paid up, but we are, man. And this is a great country. Next slide. And look at that, man. Look at that. They hated black people so much. They said they got people from here and brought them all the way over to here, man. God forbid they give you a pound. God forbid they pay you for actually working for cutting cane, man. They would rather ship people from here to here, man, before they give you a penny, black man. And this is who they gave your jobs to. You used to work on them cane fields. You know everything about the cane fields, how to cut everything. And they would rather get people from here, ship them all the way over there, and train them before they give you a penny, man. Next slide. And that's what they gave a job to. That's cool in Jamaica right there, man. People that don't have a shirt on, man. And when the Bible says, I'll make you the head and the tail, this is living. You're not going to tell me we're the Israelites, man.
That's right.
You got people that don't even wear clothes, man. People that worship animals and elephants, man. And they're above you, black man. People that can't speak English come to England and get a job over you, man. Get a job over you, man. You're not going to tell me we're the people of God, man. These people come to Jamaica and own the whole island, man. And they came here bare chest, man. Can't even speak English, man. They worship animals and elephants, man. And because we disobey the Most High, they're over us, man. An Indian man could come to England and not speak a lick of English and he would get a job before you would, man. He would get a job in them off licenses and then his Indian brothers takeaways and the petrol stations and you speak English. Hand out 10 CVs in one day and won't get no job and he would get a job over you, man. You can't tell me God ain't on our side, man. God ain't on our side, black man, but one way we can get God back on our side, and that's if we keep with law, statute, and commandments, man.
That's right.
When you see this happen, that's when you know God ain't on your side, man. Right. When you see a man that can't speak English over you, certain ain't right, man.
Right.
Certain ain't right, man. When you see someone that can't speak English, worship elephants, make more money than you. Who's to the Indian wedding, man? You see Bentley, after one Bentley, another Bentley, and a Lamborghini, and you can't even rub 2 pennies together, man. That's when you know God ain't on your side, man.
Right.
Next slide. And alright, we'll skip through now. We'll be forward now. After that, it's World War I, World War II. So when you think of World War I, World War II, you think of these, British soldiers, these white lads, man, fighting for their country. You know what I mean? They fought the Germans and the Nazis, and they made England great, man. This is what really happened. Next slide. What you talk about these men? These are Caribbean soldiers that fought for World War I and World War II also, man. This is British history. You don't teach about this in school. Look at them black men, man. Look at that pose, man. Watch him, man. Some black men's cool as the white lead. They don't speak about this. I didn't learn this in school, man. This is British history. These men helped fight for England against the Nazis, but they don't speak about that, though. They speak about them white lads. Every November 11th, speak about them white soldiers. What about these men that fought for World War I and World War II to make England what it was today, man? Next slide. That's the reality, man. That's who really was out. When you see the movies, in black and white, shooting in the trenches, black men was doing that, man. Yeah. When you see the movies with the Spitfire planes flying over, black men was doing that, man. They don't want to speak about that, man. God forbid we award you for fighting for our country. We can't have that, man. Nah, we can't let you know about that, man. British history, white history, white men fought this country. You did nothing. You went around, man. And black men, you was around, man. This picture I like. Next slide. Again, a man called George Arthur Roberts, man. Trinidadian soldier, you know what I mean, who fought for Great Britain. Why don't we speak about him? Why we learn about these white soldiers, man? What about this man here? This man is, you know, the real man. He existed, he survived. Right. He fought for his army. Why he ain't spoken about, man? Next slide. Again, he served in the First World War, where he became known as the Coconut Bomber. So this is not no any man in the army. This is a man that was good at his job, man. He only got a nickname for himself. Did anyone don't get nicknames? The best of the best get nicknames, man. Muhammad Ali's what? The greatest, man. Money, Mayweather, man. Did anybody get nicknames? No. This man got a nickname. Why? Because he's good at his job, man. And he went on to become a firefighter during in the Blitz and the rest of the Second World War. Keep it in.
He served in the First World War.
Next right again, sorry. Again, standing at 6'2", he earned a reputation in the Great War throwing bombs over enemy lines, man. So this man was good at his job. You're telling me a man so great? You always talk about the greatest, man. You talk about your Winston Churchills and you know your Colonel this and your Colonel that. Why ain't he spoken of? Why ain't he there? Next slide. Again, another man called Walter Toll, man. He fought in the army and also played for Tottenham Hotspurs, man. Why ain't he spoken of? Why do you always hear about these white soldiers, these Caucasian soldiers? What about our soldiers that helped fight for Britain, man? We fought for Britain, died, got our fingers blown off. Black men lied about their age. We used to lie about our age so why? So we can fight in the army to help our oppressors, man. But we don't get no love, man. Let's keep this on. There you go. This man was born in Kent. You know, his father was Bayesian, and he fought in the army and so forth, man. Next slide. And look at this, man. Look at this. While black men were lying about their age, fighting for the oppressors, dying, putting the South at risk to help England, to help Great Britain against the Nazis. This is what the white men was doing, man. This is something called the Christmas truce. Anyone ever heard about the Christmas truce? So black men was lying about their age. I'm 18, I'm 16, risking their life to fight for someone that hates them, someone that put them on slave ships. This is what the British whites were doing, and the Nazi German whites were doing while you was dying, man. Fighting their war, playing a game that they put you in, man. Skip. So this is the Christmas train, so read that to me.
Indecisive results of the First Battle of Ypres in the week leading up to the 25th French, German, and British soldiers crossed trenches to exchange seasonal greetings. Hold on. I'm a black man fighting for you, man. I wanna be recognized in your army. I love you so I serve your God. I wanna fight in your army, man. I'm lying about my age and risking not seeing my family again, my wife again, getting my fingers blown off, legs blown off and dying, man. And while I'm doing that for you, in Christmas, you're going over to the Nazis, laughing and joking, exchanging greetings, shaking hands, man. Shaking hands. I'm fighting, I risk my life doing this, and in Christmas, you're, you know, exchanging and greeting. You're right, Merry Christmas, man. That's the game they got us playing, man. It's the game they got us playing. We're dying. You imagine your dad jumps in the plane, goes to England, don't come back, man. And you're fatherless, you're orphan now, man, because your dad was a part in a white man's game, man. Two people who are enemies, man, get to shake hands and exchange gifts. Meanwhile, you're fighting for his team, you're on his team, and you don't get no love, man. You don't even get mentioned in British history, man, when it comes to World War I and II. We done. German and British soldiers crossed trenches.
So German and British soldiers will cross trenches on Christmas, man. I'll go to your trench, you come to mine. Anyone know what trench is? A trench is like, you get a pickaxe, and you dig in the ground, and you make a whole line, and you stay in the ground, and your people will shoot at the opposite side, and on that side they got their trench, and their men also. And in the middle, what you call no man's land, you go over there, get dead, stay in the trenches, and they will go into no man's land. It's called no man's land for a reason, it's a place where no man should ever go, you get your head blown up, and they will go in the most dangerous part of the war to exchange gifts. And meanwhile, you're lying about your age, man. You're lying about your age, going to the armies and fight. If God don't want to fight for you, I can't sit down in the same cafeteria with you. But a man that wants to blow your head up, you can greet him though. You can shake his hand. Joint burial ceremony. Imagine I.S.U.P.K. I'm the reason why your man's dead. I'm the reason why he's dead, man. And me and you have a joint burial ceremony. Me and you bury him together. Come and get a spade, man. Bury him. It's a shame I could see him, man. I'm the reason why he's dead. You should hate me. But because they're both white, they love each other, man. The fact that they're both white, like, nah, man. You know, we're brothers, man. You're also white man that speaks German, I speak English, we're brothers, man. Let's bygones with bygones, man. So I can't, yo, come on, man. Talk about you. Next slide, man. So go on, quickly, man.
Well, several meetings ended in carol singing.
Oh, man, these are rough, tough soldiers. The man that are singing, singing carols, man. Soldiers singing carols. But you're lying. There's a war going on that don't even involve you, that nothing to do with you, don't get involved. And these men are singing carols, singing each other, man. Just keep reading.
Men played games of football with one another.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Next slide, man. The man are playing football, man. They're playing, look at your fingers blown off playing football, man. Come on, please. So this is a book called The Windrush by Michael Phillips, a man that went to the army, fought in the army, and this is what he said of his experience when he went in the army. Read that for me now.
Page 51 out of the Windrush book. Well, when we first came over here, we were more or less welcome.
Yeah, so when he came over here, come to fight for the army, the brother that lied about his age, he was welcome. Like, yes, you're right, you're going to be part of the army, you know, and let's fight these Germans. He was welcome, have you done?
Because we were in the uniform of the king.
And at that time, we didn't have a queen, but a king. You know, it's hard for me to understand. From a born, I've seen queens based on the money, man. But one time, Britain had a king, and because he was in the army, this uniform of the king, Britain welcomed him, you know. Times were hard in the war, needed help, and they welcomed him, you done?
But when the war in Europe ended,
once we won, we fought hard, got our fingers blown off, shotguns and everything. Once all that's done, it's accomplished now, you done?
And the war in Japan ended.
Remember Japan and Germany versus England and America, France and so forth, you done?
Some of the other people tend to say to themselves, well, you come over here to help us to win a war.
And so listen, you came over here to help us win a war, you know, thanks, man. You come over here to help us win a war, you beat them Nazis and Germans, you done?
Now the war is over.
So now the war's over, it's over now, it's done, you won, man, thanks. You know what I mean? Good, man, you done?
Isn't it about time you go back?
It's time you go back now. Thanks for that, man, it's good, you know what I mean? You do your job, go back now, man. Go back to where you came from, man, that's how they treat us, man. This is Great Britain. This is really a great place for black people. Great Britain, as I said, the zoo is a great place, man. You can go to the zoo, bring your family, have a good time, the kids will enjoy themselves, then go on the rise. But guess what? That same zoo ain't a great place for that monkey behind the cage, man. It ain't a great place for that lion behind the cage. And Great Britain is a great place, wonderful place for white people.
Right.
Horrible for black people. Horrible for black people. Next slide. That's the book, The Windrush right there. Second one, I got a video coming through, get that lined up. That's it. It's page 29 in that same book, right? See that again.
While I was earmarked, I was recruited from Guyana.
So this man's Guyanese now, you know, another Caribbean country. He didn't say Ghana, he didn't say Ghanaian. We get mixed up, say Guyana, Guyanese, Caribbean country. While I was in Guyana, you know, that's why the man was recruited from Guyana, another Caribbean country, you know.
4 Guyanese men were chosen when things were getting pretty bad.
So 4 Guyanese men were chosen because things were getting pretty bad in England. England weren't doing so good, they were losing. You know, when people getting shot, dead, killed, they're losing out, they're running out, you know, numbers and so forth. So 4 Guyanese were chosen to join the Air Force, the RAF, the Royal Air Force, that black people love so much. The Royal Air Force, you know, my guy that dying, you know.
They started to recruit from the colonies.
So then, when they started to lose air crew, they started to recruit from the colonies. And what's the colonies? Jamaica, Trinidad, Montserrat, all the Caribbean colonies. When they start to lose numbers, then it's like, yo, let's get black people in, man. See, I don't be the one niggas driving our planes. Why? Times are hard, you know. We might need them. Keep it in.
Prior to that.
Prior to what?
Prior to that.
So prior to them losing their air crew, you done?
They did not want black airmen.
They didn't want black airmen. They didn't want you in their planes, man. So when you're reading about the coconut bomber, oh, come on, man. The coconut bomber fought for the country's coconut bomber. They didn't want him in there, man. He was a successful coconut bomber, successful man of the RAF, but prior to them losing their members, they didn't even want him there. Even though he was great, even though he got a nickname for himself, they didn't even want him in their planes, man. They didn't want his black behind sitting in one of their planes, man. But when they lost, they said, you know what, drag him in, man. They use us, man. They use us for numbers, man. And they've always been used, Britain's always been useless, man. I'm going to show you some more times where Britain used us, man. Use us in slavery, man. Use us in their wars, man. Don't speak about us in history, and even use us for their RAF also, man. Next slide. Again, so drop that. I'm showing you how to use it again. Press right again. So look at that. That's the certain called a cenotaph. It's a memorial for the dead soldiers in London. Look at that, man. Located in Whitehall, London. It was made in 1920, man. No one in this room was born in 1920 years ago. They built it in 1920 for all the white soldiers that died and lost their poor lives fighting for this great country, man. Give me the right again. 35 feet tall in the capital, man. So you're a man from China and you're a tourist, you can come to London and see this great work high up in the sky and say, well, that's good, man. I'm gonna take a picture of this, man. And every November 11th, the Queen comes and she commemorates it, puts a wreath down. The Queen herself takes us out to London and puts a wreath right there outside that cenotaph, man. Next slide. I look, man, in the same country, in the same capital, in Brixton. So you
Joke team.
Right.
That's right, that's right. The Queen in there. This is one for black people, the Queen in there. I'll the Queen there. And look at this. The other one was where? Where was the other one located?
Whitehall.
Whitehall. This one? Brixton.
Brixton, get
Some
him.
back alley. No tourists don't go there. They know Chinese man with a camera is lit when they go Brixton. The other one was what, 1920? It was made in 1920. This one made 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago. So it took them from World War I and World War II all the way until 2 years ago to say, you know what? I think them niggas need a memorial too, man. It's a bit shame that we're doing this. Took them that long for someone to go, you know what? Let's give them a memorial too, man. Let's recognize their soldiers too, man. And Great Britain's great. Great Britain great for black people, man. So I showed you from slavery all to now, it ain't been great for black people, man.
Right.
And look how tall it is. I'm about 30 foot tall, 30 foot tall. The size of 2 double-decker buses, man. And this is 6 foot tall, man. There's a man in this room that's taller than that, man. That's what they give you. In the capital of London. In the great city of England, you know, with multicultural people of all people, man. They don't love you, black man. Show me where they love you, man. They love Romanians that come over here. They love Romanians that come in the back of a lorry, sneak to this country, they get a house. This is what you get, black man, for all your hard work, man. This is what your coconut bomber gets, man. This is what your men that fought in the RAF, this is what they get, man. A little 6 foot memorial, man, in the back of London somewhere, man. And give me the next one. Anyone here heard of a town called Willenhall? I thought so. No one don't know about a town called Willenhall, man. Look, in a small town of Willenhall, man, we just a population of 30,000 people. There's a bigger than yours, man. You mean to tell me the great city of London, the capital city, got a monument for black people that's 6 foot tall, and in the small city of Willenhall, man, which is just past what, Wolverhampton, man, their monument's greater than yours, man. Their monument predates yours by years, man. 1914, man. Theirs is bigger than yours, man. And yours in London, the London, a population of 7 million people, man. And they can give you a 6 foot monument, man. And a small town of Willenhall, look at they get, look at that, man. Beautiful, man. Again, you tell me Britain's been great to black people. I'll wait, man. Next slide. Again, we're going to show you, man, another time when British used black people. Who remembers this, man? This is what, last year, the World Cup. They said, yeah, I remember white man said, yeah, look at our football team. Like, football team, is our football team? It's mine, man. My black players in there, you got all the black players, Rose, Young, Rashford, you got Sterling, all these black faces that make, the man said Britain ain't gone so far in the World Cup since 1998, man. And guess why they didn't go so far? Because black people took it that far.
That's right.
Black people played hard and played it. You know, we're the best at everything.
That's right.
We're the best at everything. And we played our best, did our best to bring Britain so far. England lost in the end, Britain lost in the end. And black people, England's far, man. And white people loved us, appreciate us. They appreciated Rashford. They appreciate Sterling because we fought for Britain so hard. And guess what? After we lost the World Cup and came back home, guess what happened, man? Guess what happened? I'll show you. Please don't watch it. I play that video for me. You ready, yeah? Remember Raheem Sterling played for England, you know? Took them far. He went no black man then. He was a British man playing for the British football team, man. And as soon as he came home, this is what happened to him, man. Give me Raheem Sterling right here. He looked like when he come home. Use us again, use us for our skills and everything, man. He knows it. It's a quick video, I'll let you know what's going on, yeah?
What?
Did I throw in? Because all these 1, 2, 3, 4, all these men hate him, man. After he was dribbling and running up and down and making sure your football team wins the World Cup, man. Making sure your football team goes so far in the World Cup, man. He came home and look, he dropped that now. You don't like him again. He's a nigger again now. We don't like him, man. Anyone heard about the controversy that Raheem Sterling has? His team has a Jamaican, a black Jamaican with a gun tattoo on his leg, man. Anyone heard about it now? In the whole country, oh, he got a gun in his leg. That's so wrong. He promotes violence, he got a gun in his leg. Oh, yeah. Because, you know, Britain don't like guns. It's wrong for having a gun. Oh, gun is so evil, it's so wicked having a gun in his leg. Listen, at I.S.U.P.K, we don't promote tattoos, man. But when you're angry at him having a gun and a tattoo, meanwhile, the nickname for Arsenal is the Gunners, man. The gun, so you don't have a problem with guns, man. You don't have a problem with guns because the nickname for Arsenal is Arsenal what? The Gunners, man. You got a problem with black people, that's your problem, man. The emblem for Arsenal is what? A cannon. Every pub is named after a gun, man.
Right.
So you got public guns, the cross arms, what they call Scots arms, cross guns. So your country got public guns, you got probably black people, man.
That's right.
Probably
That's
Britain,
right.
man. Next slide, man. Next one. Again, this is a book, give me that book to the other one. This is page 19. So again, I'm going to show you again. Even before Raheem Sterling, even before Windrush, man, 100 years ago, they be using our people, man. Ain't nothing new. This is a black man right here in England, standing rabbits for rabbit meat. You know, we're not ISUPK, we know rabbits are in law, we're disgusting. This is a book you can get, it's called Caribbean History in England, and this is page 19. So again, these are some Judites that come to England. A lot of people don't know the history, but again, when you're in the I.S.U.P.K, study all things, man. People think that what black people in England started with the Windrush, but again, you know what I mean, come to I.S.U.P.K, you'll learn all history. So this is what page 19 in the book of African Caribbean history in England.
In 1784,
1784, before the Windrush, predates that, man. Keep it in.
the black population of London was increased by the arrival of over 1,000 ex-slaves.
So ex-slaves from America came to England. England had a war. America wanted to break off from England and get independence. So what England did was got the slaves and listen, fight on our behalf, man. When you come to England, fight for us. We'll give you benefits, man. We'll give you rewards and money and everything, man. And again, they use us as usual, man. Keep it in.
Ex-slaves from North America.
North America, there you go. That's North America, what you call America today, or the United States today. So ex-slaves fought on behalf of Britain, and then was promised certain benefits, you know.
Who had been promised their freedom for fighting for
And
Britain
then, fighting for Britain, they was promised their freedom, you know.
during the American War of Independence. During the American War of Independence.
So during the independence war, these men fought for Britain. Keep it in.
So some of these black loyalists had already been free before deciding to fight for Britain.
Keep it in.
But when they arrived in Britain, the government ignored them, and only a few were given pensions.
Come on, man. These men fought for Britain, man. And after it all over, when it was done, after the war was over, Britain forgot about their request, man. Only a few was given pensions, man. And again, they used us in slavery, used us in the army, used us after slavery, and these men, they forgot about them. Oh, thanks to the war, man, by now. And these Judites were forced to be beggars in the city of London, man. Keep it in.
Most were forced to beg on the streets of London.
And most what?
Forced to beg on the streets of London.
And most of these men were forced to beg on the streets of London. Imagine, I fought for your army, I risked my life, man. Why am I begging, man? You should look after me, man. When you work for a company, you pledge your allegiance to that company, and what that company do, they give you a pension for working for them so hard. I worked for you, man. I fought for you, I risked my life, I risked not seeing my wife or my children, man, and you can't hold up your end of the bargain. Why am I begging? Why am I forced to beg, man? I should be taken care of, man. And Great Britain did that to black people, man. Not just Benjamin, Judas also, man. And these men were forced to beg on the streets of London, man. It's like anyone want a drink also, just hit this brother here, right? And we'll sort it out for you. Keep it in.
In 1786, some people, including members of parliament, argued that the government should introduce a law to stop any more black people coming to Britain.
Oh man, so hold on. A minute ago you want all the black people you can handle? We need all of them because we're trying to win this war, man. Now it's over. I think we should introduce a law to stop these black people coming. Too much now, man. Keep it in.
This was opposed by black Londoners who had their own protest meeting in Whitechapel in East London.
Alright, cool, next slide, yeah? That's a black man right there, you know, selling what's it called? Rabbit meat, man. That's how poor it was, man. So again, press right again. So again, so we looked into the army, we looked into slavery. Now we're gonna see England itself. Black men said, this country don't like you, so the country is so not great for you. Even the roads, man. Even the roads are named after people that hate black people, man. Even the road in Liverpool, they have 36 roads named after slave owners, man. Read the first one for me.
Gildart Street.
So this is Gildart Street in Liverpool, man. And let's find out who Gildart. Remember, you name your roads after your heroes. You name your roads after your honorable ones. You name statues and monuments after people you love and great people that made this country what it is today. Now let's see who they named their streets after, man. Let's see who these great men are, who they named these streets after. Read.
Named after Richard Gildart.
And Gildart Street is named after a man called Richard Gildart. You done?
He was a slave trader.
He was a what?
Slave trader.
Hold on. You name the streets after the heroes. So who's the heroes of England? People that hate black people. It must be, man. I thought there's a mosque down there that was called Saddam Hussein Mosque. Who remembers that? You remember Saddam Hussein Mosque, man, from Birmingham? And they took it down. They said, no, we can't. You know, Saddam Hussein Mosque. That's wrong, man. That's wrong. You can't name it after a killer, after a murderer. So why can you name streets after a killer that kills black people? Why can you name streets after killers, people that rape black people, with black people? And the reason why black people are on drugs today is because of people like Richie Gildan, man.
Right.
The reason why black people hate each other is because of people like Richie Gildan. And you think to him he's a hero? A murderer to black people is a hero to white people, and they love him so much, they name their roads after him, they name their streets after him, man. Down to the streets in England are not great for black people. Nothing about England is great for black people. You tell me what's great regarding black people in England, man. It's great for white people. Richard Gildan was a white man that brought England good wealth and good finances, man. I can see why they were named streets after him. But black man, where is it great for you, man? When do you fall into this? When do you get to feel British and happy and proud, man? Keep reading.
He was listed among the company of merchants trading to Africa in 1752.
So in 1752, he was listed among there's many companies that went to Africa to get us from slavery, and he was one of them, man. And this man is so great. He got a road named after himself. But meanwhile, Saddam Hussein that needs to come down. No, man, it's not good for the Muslims. It's not right, man. All the people Saddam Hussein killed, man. But Richard Gildan, he stays. Look at his nice street, man. Every time you go to Liverpool, you got to see his name on the wall, man. And they look up to him, yeah, that man brought wealth to us, man. But when a black man goes there, like, this man killed my people, man. And they put him up, and who gives a damn what you feel? Who cares how you feel, man? This is our hero, man. His name's gonna be up there, man. Next slide. Another one, Rodney Street, man. Let's see who Rodney was, man. Read.
Rodney Street, built between about 1782 and 1801, this street provided homes for many of Liverpool's elite merchants, and the buildings still reflect that wealth.
So Rodney Street is a wealthy road in Liverpool today. So there's like buildings on that road and it reflects the wealth of Rodney Street, we done?
It was named after Admiral Rodney.
And then that's what man called Admiral Rodney, we done?
Who defeated the French in St. Lucia.
So again, he defeated the French owned St. Lucia at one time. He defeated them, and now that's why St. Lucia speak English now, they don't speak French. Because black man, you know what you are. Imagine I got a house, and these belongings are mine, and the man steals that house, now the belongings are his. And that's what you were, man. In St. Lucia, you belong to the French. He said, now I'm on the island, the French said, no, I'm on the island, they fought for it, man. And guess what was left? The TV, carpet. And now you just went from slaves that were speaking French to English now. He beat them. And one time in Jamaica was Spanish island. He was speaking Spanish, man. The British came, and what did the slaves do? Just transfer from one slave owner to another, man. That's what we are. We're just the property lying around. These slaves are mine now. When you take over a country, all the crops, the animals, everything is yours. And guess what? Us also, man. We done.
Defeat the French in St. Lucia in 1782 to preserve British influence in the West Indies. Rodney supported the slave trade.
Oh my God, another one, another slave owner, man. Rodney supporting slave trade, man. Another slave owner. He got a name after himself, a hero. Someone that Britain said, a hero, man. Put his name on the. Listen, I love him so much. He's so good for his country. I want a street name after him, man. And they did that to a man that hate black people. A man that put black people in the bottom stations, or black people raped their women, castrated them, rubbed pickled juice into their wounds, man. He gets a road named after himself. Meanwhile, the coconut bomber, he fought for his country. He don't get a name. You gotta dig deep, but there's some deep, intense research to get him. Next slide. Go on, read that again.
He made his wealth through the sugar plantations.
He made his wealth, made his money, his living. Through what?
Through the sugar plantations.
Through sugar plantations, man. I guess you worked on the sugar plantations. They didn't have a tractor back then. There were no tractor doing a 10-man job back then. You was doing it. You was swinging a machete, bagging it up, putting it on the ships, doing everything you gotta do. And while you're doing that, you got muscle around your mouth because you can't bite none of that sugar. And a man that did that to you, black man, gets a road named after himself. Next slide. Another one, Bow Street. Look at that nice street, man. A rich, nice street, Bow Street in Liverpool again, man. No sweat. Again, another one. Another one. This is another man called Jonas Bold, a noted slave owner and a banker in 1802. You know, this man even became mayor of Liverpool, man. He became mayor of Liverpool. Usually, a man with a criminal record, you can't even stack beans in Tesco, man. Say, nah, it don't look good. You know, you're not known for murdering people. Not when you're murder black people. You can be mayor of England, man. You can get a road named after yourself. If you're a black man and you got a criminal record, if you're a black man and you kill anybody, make anyone work for free, you can't stack shells in Tesco, man. that CRB come back, you ain't getting that job. But if you made the black people, look, you get a name after, you got a road name after yourself. You made a black, who cares about black people? You kill black people, you get a name after yourself. You get to put the mayor of the next slide. Another one, Tarleton Street. I'm not going to exhaust it too much, but keep going.
Yeah, you want the next slide?
Go on, just read that quickly.
Tarleton Street, named after a vigorous slaving family.
A vigorous slaving family. Not any slaving family, a vigorous one, man. A wealthy one, man. You know?
In Liverpool for over 3 generations.
Come on, man. Next slide. Alright, give me that video real quick, yeah? You have an intermission after this video, right? So I can grab some food, get a drink in and that, and what is it, 15 minutes, yeah? About 15?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, we get some fresh air and that hot in there, man. Yeah, get that one. So again, I remember, I keep telling you, yeah? It's like, yeah. Scotland, I'm not letting them go free, man. Hold that for me.
Differently to the majority of people
So,
here.
Britain is England and Scotland. Them 2 countries make up Britain, man. I'm not letting them go, man. They are setting in both too. So not only does England have roads named after slave masters, but Scotland also, man. This is a city in Glasgow. Glasgow is a city in Scotland, man. And look, let's find out about Glasgow also. Put that for me.
Hi, my name's Laura, and I'm going to tell you a little bit why I see Glasgow differently to the majority of people who live here. When you walk around, whether it's going to dinner, go to work, go shopping, you see street names, statues, but what you don't realise is that they're named after the men who own plantations in Jamaica.
So she said,
and America.
she's from Glasgow.
So we're just
and when you
trying
go to
to-
Ghana, you see street names and nice streets. What you don't know, these are named after men that own plantations in Jamaica. Yeah, in Glasgow, in Scotland, man. This country that was the British, man. They own slavery also, man.
That's right.
Keep playing.
Glassford Street, named after John Glassford, who was a plantation owner in Maryland and Virginia. His family's portrait hangs in people's palates, and if you look close enough, you can see what they've tried to paint out. And what they've tried to paint out is
Hold up.
a black slave.
No.
So from Glassford Street.
So what you saw there, a man called Richard Glass here, who owns slaves, but in America though, and he has a family portrait. If you look closely, he's painted out his black slave. Painted them out, she zoomed in closely, you could faintly see him, man. And this man gets a road name, that's himself. You know what your blackface is. If you were 2019, he'll crap you out, man. Back then there was no crap, back then there's people creating you out, man. You make his pictures look bad, man. And he gets a road name, that's himself. Keep playing.
We walk onto another plantation owner, Ingram Street, which is named after Archibald Ingram. And at the bottom of Ingram Street is the Gallery of Modern Art. It was formerly William Cunningham's home, his mansion, that he paid £10,000 for. Off of the back of the plantations he owned in Jamaica, he owned 300 slaves. So after going to the Gallery of Modern Art, we had the Style Mile, Buchanan Street. And yes, you guessed it, Andrew Buchanan was a plantation owner. So we've left Style Mile, Buchanan Street, we've headed down back to Squirton City, and we're at Dunlop Street. And guess what? Another plantation owner. I've walked less than a mile, and I've had to walk past street names and buildings that are named after 5 plantation owners. So some may argue that it was...
Alright, we can stop that now, yeah? So what I'm saying, Black man, is this whole country, man, down to the air in this country, man, don't like you, man. It ain't great, man. Road names, the army. We're gonna go to, next half we're going to the government, even the education system don't like black people. We're gonna find out about that. So again, everyone eat, rest have a drink or whatnot. Also there's if anyone wants to do some shopping, you got shop at the back. Give a small donation, you get about beans, rice, anything, instead of going to Tesco and making them charge of a bomb. Also got soaps, a sister in the school, got Tahar soaps. It's no artificial colouring or nothing in there. You can have a look, see if you like it, right, and you can purchase that as well. We're back here. What time is it now?
5 o'clock.
It's 5, yeah? Alright, cool. We'll try to keep the next half small as possible.
About 5 now.
We're back in what, 10 minutes then? But I'm at the same side, alright? Alright,
I'll pass first. Probably cut this off. Cut it up.
Yeah, finish.
Don't put it.
Leave it on.
Don't put it, put the seat for now. Put the seat for now.
Huh?
Don't put it, put the seat for now.
Just put it down the seat.
Yeah. Hold your shoe.
I don't know, but
2 seconds
You call it
Rocking one inside my Spencer smoke. Still singing with Emma Rose or singing with Emma Rose. That's I.S.U.P.K and web, that's tracks on mobile phones. I'm in a band of 2 pirates are full of games. They keep this on in the kitchen windows when I stay. My singing with Emma, M, that's Sting or that's M.A. That I.S.U.P.K is still 100K. Celebrate with cookie. Still singing with M, that's no F, so Woody. It cost me an arm and I let my fight. It's been a burning Woody. Got me a brand new whip, brand new bitch, brand new whip. Stuff like where you get paid or rap and cancel flat. Don't do still blood on wax. 2 shots, do and dash. Do them man, there's no better breast. And then now they talk about wax. I'm on edge, I'm over my burner. I just got off the phone to my brother. With a browning, she a hot one. Diamonds turn up to a squad. She's this skin, there's everything done with an I.S.U.P.K and a blinky. Jump up to a mouth, some D's inside. Slow life and bricky. I'm on edge, I'm roll, no more just one and shisha smoke. Rocking one inside my Spencer smoke. Still singing with Emma Rose or singing with Emma Rose. That's I.S.U.P.K and web, that's tracks on mobile phones. I'm in a band of 2 pirates is full of games. They keep this door to the kitchen windows when I stay. My singing with Emma, M, that's Sting or that's M.A. That I.S.U.P.K is still more I.S.U.P.K. I was in charge of balls of O's. Now 2 pirates, balls of cold. Still fuck with the pressing world. Got ups, of course, and extra words for the rest as well. Now bottles petrol, swear this one's got lesser smell. Shiny shoes and spikes, but still spend cash on bells and bags. This new go to slide and flat, that's it, let's go in line. Put this thing on the ground and just give her a like or 2, that's light. 2 weeks later, she's mine, I better just hold it back and pipes. Get in the line, get chopped, now hear me now, the chat that's flat. Girls, I see my couple bucks and back on another wax. Step in the tail, too low, the ball, what's going on? All these business back and showers, radars, gel on the flannel. One inside my Spencer smoke. Still singing with Emma Rose or singing with Emma Rose. That's I.S.U.P.K and web, that's tracks on mobile phones. I'm in a band of 2 pirates is full of games. They keep this door to the kitchen windows when I stay. My singing with Emma, M, that's Sting or that's M.A. Because that I.S.U.P.K is still more I.S.U.P.K. Trapline still doing numbers. I can push all in one and break the back down. Only winning niggas in my trap house. Only drilly niggas on the street corner. I'm all these type of guys that recruit orders. 27 onions in the street corner. Grip looking like it crossed over 3 borders. Bang like the ghetto with a Jeep down. Only mommy had a plug for your speed down. Cooking daily but I still can't eat out. Calamari or crab salad. I can tell you by the times it was just change when I work hard. Now I'm putting 3 goals on the first bar. I'm heavy right now, just the first draw. When I done it, even though they couldn't see it in me. I'm a rapper, I'm a runner, grab the real for me. Street certified, they're not gonna keep passes. Bring the gold balls, we don't need glasses. We only gonna put it for the sake of it. I know the track's wrong, but look what I made of it. She didn't wanna know, and now she wanna stay a bit. And this is for a moment, can't be stealing. Coco Yeezys on a Merc braid. Da Vinci what the shirt says. T-shirt with the pattern buzzers and the Cali. Drippy nigga with a flippin' band. And that guy that made the niggas wanna buy a red. And this music got me busy, so I fly less. 1 week made 10,000 by peps. On the phone with walls, we be flying next. And it's any day, next time we are, yeah. You got enough life, love runs a hard man. And I appreciate the fuckers that you live to learn. In the day I go without a figure earn. I'm really in the streets when I shouldn't. I see how I'm jogging, it's just off key and third. And every day it hasn't changed, you just still the same. Just my sugar on the floor, then I did the curve. When I done it, even though they couldn't see it in me. I'm a rapper, I'm a runner, grab the real for me. Street certified, they're not gonna keep passes. Bring the gold balls, we don't need glasses. We only gonna part for the sake of it. You know the track's wrong, but now I'm made of it. She didn't wanna know, and now she wanna stay with it. This is for me, I'm gonna stay with it.
Yes, brother.
He said 100 is out. I know that it's
One ten on the dash, you're way to the cash, watch out for the A and B. Watch it, you will be on the pedal and a massive AMG. Premium ting for the trick there, gonna help me bring a home brick there. Says she wants shoes and a handbag, with a duffel bag and this ram bag. I just wanna get A to B, B to A, A to B. I just wanna get A to B, B to A, A to B. Before I take that trip, I pray that I'll make it back and keep it safe. I just wanna get A to B, B to A, yes. I just wanna fly this pack and peace. I'm got things to do groove. Cause I get stuck with this red thing or sick with the lead. As I hold on the swag, cash and work, you talk about me. If you talk about team, then I'll choose to lead with music deep. Then fuego, fight to big hard. Then all the thought I'm ready, I'll keep right down with the razor. All the thought be up, the top two bros and the laser. But the metal times can change. That's what it was and now, but the love we come up and drive this free. One ten on the dash and way to the cash for the baddest. Told her control this package. After a good old passage, she wanna buy the long dresses. Call her up to the two of my stresses. Then after respect to the stretches, talking to 2 Pyrexes. Baby, I'm young and reckless. She told me she's bad and bougie. Short than the diamond down in the new beat. Now she wanna make movies. But there's no time for sex, gonna sat and about with me driving the net. Hiding me finger, jack correct if I don't, then I'm lucky to find a pen. 110 on the dash, on the way to the cash, watch out for the A and P. Watch it, and you ain't be on the pedal, and the nuts and A and G. Premium ting for the trip there, gonna help me bring a half brick there. Says she wants shoes and a handbag, bag in this rap pack. I just wanna get A to B, B to A, A to B. I just wanna get A to B, B to A, A to B. Before I take that trip, I'll pray that I'll make it back to the streets and say, I just wanna get A to B, B to A, yes. A to B just to put the skin down. You know, I just wanna put 10 now. New companies buying your pets out. 10 out of 10 with the best out. Watching my wrist with the arm and the leg, and I swear it's gonna leave me weak, wet. Ooh, cause I wanna hit the T, ooh, cause I went A to B. Shot well when I made them chicks when the boys and they give me a lift. No more my college, just jump and fling me a fifth. Now just fling me an S. Relocate, wanna give me a sec. Come to the I get this and this. Steve Burton, record. Only man with a tack off. Pull my coat on, the exit, jump in front of the back off. They in the lack of me. Still going from A to B.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, first of all, I was going to salute you still in your home country.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to send the live to my wife and her brother, but they're saying they can't see.
Oh, no, that's the old one. Is that a new one now?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
That's the old link.
Oh, is that not? Wait.
You know, it's the right one, but it was old link because
So when I run there. I get it. I'll come to you. You sent it already, innit?
yeah, so 16.
I'll come to you. The black song that I look at Twitter. Yeah, me have it now. See it. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, somebody outside? Oh, 2 people outside. Yeah, 2 people. Yeah.
No security's out there anyway. So any problem.
Yeah. 2 people are reading. So yeah. Yeah, I've got that.
In a bit, yeah. No way for everyone to get the food and come back in. Ooh, holiday.
Tell me again, we ground. Tell me where just born tonight. I'll be pissed if I break this stand. Guess you brought it, a hammer and chisel. Smoke is your way to slap. 2 bricks and I'm just thinking. It's gonna think if I take this cap. Join half in the night to miss. She be on some 1,000 grams. Phone up the one is a pound of cash. Smack on the kitchen box in the man.
Huh? Hello?
I might end up with a stim. I'm still on the book, 2 hands, 1 left, and try to play with stim. Tell me you think you can sit in my seat, I'm fucking down for not sing. Think you could? Yes, I'm moving till I feel not sing. She broke up, snap his bust down. Big face with a head of tin. Made the sound with the straightest drop. When you feel that head of shots ring. My chief moves up in the S, levels on rap, your bitch hops in. Yeah, I bet they a bitch hops in. With the way that I move, I still need to jump in the gym. Walk up, I jump with the ride. And the talk on run with the wind. Let's go that word that's mad. I let them run with the team. Someone get nuts in boxing. And he never jumped in the ring. We never been in the last few battles. We need to be better than 9 to 5. Let's go 9 for 5. I got phone call, but I dropped and said, no, you got time for the ride. 20 minutes late for yourself outside with a big 4-4 on the right. I got too much. When it's time, I'll get them pumped. Those shots bring me that shot. These shots don't get me drunk. No, they walk too cool, too dangerous. No kids is speaking chunks. Tell boy up and forget it. Next down, take pay for lunch. Every day, this shit's got paid. Remember that big got changed when I come with the piss that fish got away. I've been told to skate every night for years, that broken away. And his homies back in Jaws and New York, and I all got 18K. Flexing. Oh my God.
Hang on a second.
I'm in Harvey next, let me get a D squares to the 34 or 6. I'm gonna go to the park and let's talk about 34 or 36.
Yes.
Just imagine if all of those are 40 clips. Fling it in a bowl. I need a whole lot of answers to lock this. In the trap, I'm packing boxes. Boxes. We're trying to take over a job. Till you got mad and cocked it. I was on board trying to make it all. Till I got locked up and lost it. We chose and I both in 10. Was surprised when I won and we lost it. When pissed that he won that one. No, before me and bro would have lost it. God, we did it. I do it for my guys that took it to try to fight and lost it.
Oh, so okay. Hey, dude, what?
Well, that's why I put like 1 minute, yeah, not right now.
Winners, they ain't hard to tell. 1,000 grams up in the package, need a larger scale. Don't put me smiling on some Ricky Lane. In the kitchen, pour the water, then I whip away. The kitchen, pour the water, then I whip away. Couldn't get no magic, so I had to whip it straight. I don't know about lacking anywhere, I whip my tray. And do you get what I'm going to I'm simple. And you can walk, baby,
Sorry. Yeah, Dean. Sorry, you just careful to make him.
I was in this thing of praying on some brightest days.
Go back to the right. Start from court side. From court side. So. Okay, so next slide, yeah? Everyone eat up and stuff. So again, we're going to keep it quick. So press right talk 2 times. So again, now let's go into the police force now, yeah? This is the police force. So far, everyone knows about Mark Duggan, you know what I mean? Killed by the policeman, killed by Trident, was innocent, didn't have a gun in him, started the riots, you know, in the whole of English, I say. Everyone, a lot of people don't know about the brother here, called David Atkinson. The man was tasered by the police, fried to death till his heart stopped beating, killed by the police again. And the brother here, Rashawn Charles, was choked to death by the police. I believe he was 18 years old. He was 16. I believe he was 16 years old, and he had a child also. And he'll be also no more, man. The policeman still dead. And guess what? All these policemen are free today. They're all free. We murdered 3 of our brothers, were innocent, and they're all free. Learned them the time in prison. So again, how's Great Britain so great, man? You know, the police force ain't great for you. The army ain't great for you. They killed your brothers, man. They are dead. Right. People that are dead, man. They're not alive no more. Rashawn Charles is dead. Mark Duggan is dead, and he ain't coming back, man. And the man that killed him is free to walk in Tesco with his kids and push shopping cart, man. Meanwhile, my brother's dead or under the earth, man. And you're gonna tell me this is a great place? It's like when it comes to you. Hold on, real quick. So we're gonna show how this here, come on. What you've seen here ain't new, man. We're gonna go for history and show you that black people have been dying by the hands of the police. The British police since what, the 1800s. I said it. You thought the Green Rush was the 60s now, man. It predates that, man. Black people in England dying by the hands of the police from the what, the 1800s, man. Give me the next slide. Okay, so this is a book called The Uniform. So this is a retired policewoman that works in London, British again, and she shares her experience of what she experienced in the police force. You get that book from me real quick. It might be too fast to read on the thing, but we're going to show you what pain she went through, and this is what she wrote. So one time she was on a shift with her partner, and her partner was a man older than her superior, and this is what her superior would say to her on these journeys.
Highlight parts.
Go on.
On one of particular shift, Rich and I were once again patrolling Old Sanford.
So Rich is a partner, her superior, and one time her and him was patrolling Old Stamford in London, we done?
When he was ranting about a victim of crime, we had just persisted.
And he was ranting about a criminal that he arrested not so long ago, we done?
On previous shifts, Rich had mentioned ideal sniper spots.
So on previous shifts, Rich would talk about sniper spots like, you know what, that's a good spot over there, sniper someone from driving, and that one too, man. But let's see who Rich wanted to snipe, man. Keep it in.
Sniper spots around Old Sanford, but had never elaborated further. He had a fascination with firearms.
So Rich will talk about, that's a nice spot over there, but he never really elaborated, he never really went into depth of why that's a good sniper spot. He never really spoke about it, but he said, you know, it's a good spot. Didn't really go into it. Keep it in.
He had a fascination with firearms. I presume this was because of his military background.
So again, he had a military background, in the military before. So she just thought, oh, well, in the military, so he must like firearms, you know what I mean? Keep it in.
He would often make various firearm gestures.
So he make firearm gestures, you know what I mean, like, you know, or, you know, hold up a rifle or whatnot, keep it in.
With his hands and arms and pretend to pop people making comments like, As a sniper, you could pop people good from here.
So he would drive and go to a good spot, man. From here, I could. Yeah, it's a good spot that is, man. Keep reading.
Nothing that caused me any concern.
Just okay, like, you know, he's been in the army, he shot people before. He just likes firearms, I guess. We done?
However, on this particular shift, Rich pointed out his favourite spot.
So Rich, on this particular shift, Rich pointed out a spot that he'll mention all the time, his favourite spot. We done?
He would use a sniper and never imagine the comments that would come next.
So again, so he said, yo, this is my favourite spot, man. I'm going to read the comments that came next week.
We were on our way to our next incident in Old Sanford. We were stationary at a set of traffic lights. Rich raised his arms to make Rich raised his arms to make a sniper rifle action.
So if you raise his arms to make a sniper rifle action, you know the famous old sniper rifle action. We done?
One arm outstretched.
One arm outstretched here.
And one in towards his face.
One towards his face, like how you hold a sniper rifle or any rifle actually, carry on.
As the trigger hand and closing one eye as if it to focus on his target.
Even squeezing one eye, close one eye like it's really in character right here, man. Rich is getting in character right here, man. We done?
This was a normal Rich action.
And this was regular, man. Rich did this all the time. Shit, see nothing, but you know, he's what Rich does. You know, he likes to play with firearms and imaginary firearms and so forth. Keep reading.
However, on this occasion, Rich began to say, I could see that Dean and you want the next clip?
Keep reading.
I could see that Dean and Jeff looking at me with a look of disgust on their faces as they were searching the mails. Just search them for drugs.
No, wait, sorry. It's a luck, yeah. But anyway, give me the next slide, that's luck, yeah. I missed the page.
Next slide.
Yeah. This is what Rich was saying, this one here. Read that one. So Rich had the imaginary gun to his face, and this is what Rich was saying as he's pointing it. Read that.
Pop, 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 the monkeys.
So Rich like, yo, pop the monkeys, man. And this is a policeman. This is the man you go to. This when you're in trouble, you dial 999, man. I guess you comes to your help. Rich does, man. I guess you come when you call the police because you got domestics. You call Rich, man.
That's right.
Black people. What's the pop monkeys, man? The man you look up to. You trust that the British police service will protect you, man. They come wearing them the black and the boys in blue, the black and white stripes. You feel safe, man. And this is who they got employed in the army. Men like Rich, man. They want to pop monkeys, man. Keep it.
I pop the little niggas.
Pop little niggas, shoot them little niggas, man. I didn't write the book. This is a woman that was in the police force, man. She retired and wrote this book. I didn't write this book, man. So don't call me a liar. This is her experience in there. This is her experience rolling with a veteran beside in his passenger seat, man. Every day-to-day life, man. She experienced that. And this man said, yo, pop them niggas, man. Them monkeys. The sniper them, right past the sniper, like, I want you to take off his head right there, man. That's what Rich said, man. Keep reading.
I pop the little niggas one by one.
So I pop the little niggas one by one, man. So I'm going through all aspects of Britain, man. So far, it ain't great, man. So far, I went through what? The military. I went through the beginning, the wealth. And now I'm even going through the police force, man. And so far, it ain't good for black people, man. Someone tell me, I don't know, maybe I'm making this up, man. Maybe I'm just a racist, I am a part of the I.S.U.P.K. Maybe I'm just a racist with a chip on my shoulder, man. I got a chip on my shoulder. What's that dog bar? We didn't get no Valentine's Day gifts in school. So we just vexed at the world, man. But the evidence speaks for itself, man. The evidence speaks for itself. We're angry because we couldn't fit in society. So we just angry at the world, man. When police want money, pop niggas, man. And is it crazy? And that's why Mark Dunn is dead, because people are rich, man. That's when the police force. That's why Richard and Charles is dead, because you got people like rich on the police force, man. People that don't like black people on the police force. What do you expect, man? We just scratch and see what happened, man. This happened, man. We're not supposed to be one with the Lord said that we must separate from our enemies, man. These are our enemies. The Lord put you in England, black man, for one reason, man. For slavery. You're here for punishment, and that's all you're here for, man. Right. When did it change? When did it say, why are you in England? Just blend with them. Why are you in England? Just make friends with them. You're in here for one reason, that's for slavery, man. Your job, black man, is to stay in England, make money, keep your heat on in the winter, man. Put your AC on in the summer, man, and be righteous as possible as you can, man, until your house shine comes back, man. Not to blend with them. Right. And that's what scratched the anything. What happened, man? But I fought in the army. I give them love. I vote for their prime ministers, man, and they still hate us, man. Black people never done nothing to white people, ever, man. In all history, you show me when black people ever enslaved white people. You show me when black people say, you know what, we're not going to celebrate your God, we're not going to celebrate your holidays, we're not going to celebrate Christmas. We've complied and complied and complied, man. And all you give us is this. What more can we do? The only one thing we can do, man. We join them, didn't work for us. We called monkeys, pop, nigga, da. How about we try separating, man? We try joining. That's right. Didn't work, man. We got to separate from them, man. We got to separate. Come on, man. Why is it so crazy? The Chinese man comes to England and he don't join everybody.
That's right.
He got Chinatown, where he only employs Chinese people. The writing in Chinatown is written in Chinese. You're a Chinese man come from China, don't speak English. You're guaranteed a job in Chinatown. That ain't racist. He's separated. He's in England making Chinese money. In Stamford Hill, they have Jewish jobs, Jewish schools. There's a school down the road called Nishcam, where they only Indian kids can enroll in their schools, man. There's certain called, they short company called Sheila's Wheels, where they only employ women drivers. No one goes there excluding people. That's wrong, man. I guess what the God of the Bible doing the same thing. There's a land for you, black man. A currency for you, black man. A woman for you, black man. A life for you, black man. We got our own police force that they will never kill black people, man. We got our own army that will never kill black people, man. We got our own government that loves black people, man. We love other people's government and it put us nowhere, man. It's time to start loving our own.
If you got that on the floor for me, I'll sit over
She
there.
responded, what the F rich? I said, you can't say shit like that.
And she said, oh, she goes, what the F, Rich? You can't say that. Be present, I don't believe it. But yeah, she's the author of the book, so she can make herself sound nice. She claims she didn't say that. Skeptical, read that.
His response was, don't tell me you are a nigger lover.
And he goes, what? Don't tell me you love them niggas, man. He thought he could say this around here, and she's like, oh. But apparently she said, apparently she goes, nah, man, you can't say that. And he responded, don't tell me you're a nigger lover, man. Go back to the page before, and get another one. Give me, give me the one.
I could see that Dean and Jeff looking at me with a look of disgust on
So
their
another
faces.
time, she went to her house, saw a bunch of black men, wanted to search him, and she's like, yo, you can't search him, you can't search people like that. And like, yes, we can. I was like, you can't? So him and Dean are looking at her like, what's wrong with her, man? She don't know that we do this all the time. Looking at them with disgust, keeping
Just search them for drugs, Helen, said the sergeant.
And the man's look at her, searching for drugs, man. Stop being ridiculous, man. She's like, what grounds we can't use according to the law to search him, man? Keep reading.
I don't believe I have lawful grounds to search him for drugs, sergeant replied.
So she replied, listen, Sergeant, I can't. I ain't got lawful grounds. I can't stop anybody that say we're looking for drugs. There's been no report. There's been no, no one called the police talking about, complaints of drugs. I can't search him. And this is what he said.
If you want to search them, that's fine, but I'm not searching them and putting my name on the stop search from.
She goes, listen, I'm not searching them. You want to do that, that's fine. Put your career on the line. I ain't doing that. You know?
I don't believe I have the grounds for the searcher continued. Just go and get in the vehicle, Helen. I want to see you in my office later, he said
And the big man
furiously.
said, listen, go to my office, man. This guy be pissing me off, man. And this is the big man, man. This is a Sarge right here, man. He said, Helen, let's go in the office, man. And, get in the car, speak to you later, man. And that's her boss, man. And that's why Rashawn Charles is dead, man.
Right.
That's why Jermaine Baker's dead, man. That's why Rashawn Charles is dead, man.
That's right.
Stop getting harassed by the police, man.
Right.
The police force don't like you, the army don't like you, the school system don't like you, the religion don't like you, man. Stop the other one. Put it hold up, give me a video real quick, Dangba, if you could. Get a quick video of the police force again, man.
No, it's in the folder on the left.
The folder
On the far left.
No, far left.
That one there.
That's the one right there. And if you could get this one for me, that one if you could. You right there.
The Metropolitan Police in London have apologised to a Birmingham DJ who was pulled over in his Bentley and told it was a fact that black men in gangster clothes commit crime.
Pause that.
27-year-old DMO
So,
DJ with
police pulled over a black man in a Bentley. Everyone on Bentley is a nice prestige car. And the man said it's a fact. You know what a fact is? Anyone know what a fact is? A fact is some, like, if you boil water, it will evaporate. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Men and women together and make a child. That's a fact. This man said it's a fact. Something certain that black men with nice cars that wear gangster clothes are criminals, man. Policeman said that. And his police force is so righteous. The police would never do that. No, but if the police killed Mark Duggan, he must have reached out because they would never like, yeah, right. The police will, man. The police, can you imagine with all the problems Britain has, the police got time to focus on you. You, man, you're a black man, you ain't bombing up nothing, man. You ain't blowing up nothing, man. And with all the bombs and the terrorists on London Bridge, they got time to stop and fix you, man. That shows the level of hate they got for you, man. Imagine that there's people over here blowing up the country, man. There's what's called the religious grooming gangs. Raping all them little white girls, man. All these problems, and through the midst of all these problems, and ISIS and terrorist problems, they want to search you with your little bag of weed, man. That's the hate the police force got for you, man. Don't tell me nothing about I must become a part of Britain, I'm racist, man. Stop preaching racist, man. You know what I got, what you ain't got? Eyes, man. I got eyes, man.
That's right.
I feel all the bombs and terrorism and ISIS and man getting his head chopped off on London Bridge and stabbed here, people running over people on the London Bridge, man. There's terrorist barriers in every major city, man. They got time to watch you black man and say, listen, it's a fact that black men sell drugs. Can you imagine the level of hate it must have for a man? To focus on him when there's bigger problems. Could you imagine that? That's the level of hate Britain got for you, man. That's the level of hate the Metropolitan Police got for you, man. That's after a black man with a Bentley, man. A black man in a Bentley. Meanwhile, ISIS is going crazy. Oh, fuck, forget about it, man. The people that fought for ISIS that are back in England, that are fighting for ISIS, they fought for ISIS. Remember what's that girl, Shamana Begum? She almost got back in England, man. And people are forgetting about all of that and they're watching you, man. That's the level of hate has for you. But yeah, keep playing.
Stopped by officers near Leicester Square. What the officers didn't know was that the whole incident was captured on a camera set up in the DJ's car.
So naturally, we see a car full of black men in a very dressy car.
Oh god, stop that.
Well, DMO DJ joins us now.
There you go, man. I make it up. I ain't the bitter one. Go back to the slides. The man said, actually, don't get that video actually. The man said black people that wear gangster clothes, you know, get stopped, man. You know what I mean? Like, what is gangster clothes, man? The real gangster is the white man.
That's right.
We're gangsters. We're following you, man. Who invented the drive-by, man? Who was the mafia, man? They was white people, man. And they predate the Crips and the Bloods, man. They invented the drive-by, man. They put the Tommy gun outside of windows and spray people up, man. They stole drugs first, man. The suit and tie, that is real gangster clothes. That's real gangster clothes. People in suit and ties made laws that it's okay to get West Indians and enslave them. That's real gangsters, man. And he goes, people in gangster clothes is a fact that they're criminals, man. Now give me this one real quick.
Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
West Midlands Police have held an initial inquiry into a video which was widely shared on social media showing an Asian man apparently being struck with a baton and knocked to the ground during an arrest by plainclothes officers. The force said 3 constables have been removed from frontline duties but not suspended. Our Home Affairs correspondent Darshan Soni is in...
Hold on, Britain is great, man. Action will take it. Hold on. Mark Duggan died, nothing happened. Rashawn Charles died, nothing happened. Daley Atkinson died, nothing happened. 4 Asian men were struck by a baton. They ain't dead. And action was taken, man. Britain is great, man. He is great for the Indian, man. Great for the Polish, great for the Romanian, able for the black man. 4 policemen were suspended, man. And guess where Mark Douglas' killer is right now? Guess where he is? 3-4 days ago was Christmas, man, and Mark Douglas' killer was sitting warm in his house, putting trees under the Christmas tree, man. With his devil children, man. While my brother's dead in the grave. Mark Douglas' killer was having a Christmas roast in Turkey, man. While Mark Douglas is dead under the ground, man. Rashawn Charles' killer is free to go to Disneyland Paris and Alton Towers with his children, man. While my brother's dead, man. And 4 Asian men get hit with a baton, and they get justice, man. They get justice, man. Press play.
in Birmingham now. Darshan, what's the latest on this?
Well, this is where the encounter between the police and the young Asian man happened yesterday afternoon. It should have been a routine stop and search by undercover officers, but it was perhaps inevitable that in a city like this that has a history of tensions between the police and some of its local communities, that the event would attract the attention of passers-by who started to film what was going on very, very quickly to assure the community that they have referred the matter to the IPCC. It's a video that has been shared thousands of times on social media. Saw some plainclothes police officers stop and search the man in this van. They went over to watch and started filming. An officer is seen pulling one of the men to the side. The 28-year-old was cautioned for possessing cannabis, but it's what appears to happen next that's caused controversy.
Oh, you kicked him, man. What are you kicking him for?
Two of the officers appear to grab and kick Junaid, and the encounter quickly escalates. One officer draws his baton, another appears to use CS spray, affecting his own colleague.
You kicked him! You kicked him! You kicked him!
that, man. Yo, the poor Asian man. Yo, visiting him to Korea and yo, everyone, the whole world got to stop, man. The whole world got to stop, man. Any man got a little kick. Meanwhile, Mark Duggan had a hole in his chest, man. Rashawn Charles got choked to death by a policeman. You know when someone swallows something, yeah? You know how to get it out. You know when you go to anyone, when someone sleeps drugs in custody and they're detained and they run an X-ray on them, you know how they get the drugs out? They let them pass it out, man. Not this man. This man put his fingers in Rashawn Charles' throat, man. He was struggling and gagging to death on the floor and he put his fingers in his throat. He came out, he had no drugs in his system and the policeman's still free, man. He's free. Bought his son probably had Ben 10 by Christmas, sitting around the turkey, singing Christmas carols with his woman and his children, living life. Meanwhile, my brother's dead, man. And the justice system works. It works, not for black people, bro, man. Janae, what's his name? Janae got justice, man. He got them policemen suspended, man. Not Rashawn Charles, though. Not Mark Duggan, not David Atkinson, man. I'm black, this ain't nothing new, man. Go back to the slides. This ain't nothing new, man. This be happening since what? You think this? Ever heard of the top step riots? What's it called? Brixton riots, Handsworth riots, and it even predates that, man. Skip that again. I'm show you about this police system, man. And they did. Alright, it's a woman called Cynthia Jarrett. Ever heard of Cynthia Jarrett? You want old enough now? It was a while ago in the 80s. You know, let's see if the police system work for her, man. It's a black woman again. Let's see what happened to her, man. That's right. Read that for me.
At 1 o'clock on 5th of October 1985, a young black man, Floyd Jarrett, who lived about a mile from the farm, was arrested by police, having been stopped in a vehicle with an allegedly suspicious car tax.
This man was arrested by the police. They said he had a suspicious car tax list. You don't have it no more. About 2 years ago, stopped it. Back they had a tax list where you look and you see if a man's tax was in date or whatnot. Keep it in.
He was taken to nearby Tottenham police station and charged with theft and assault. He was later acquitted of both charges.
So this man was charged with assault. Later on, they dropped the charges. We done?
5.5 hours later, DC Randall and 3 other officers decided to search his mother's home.
So actually, whenever you get locked up for drugs, the police go to your house, see if you got any more. So 5 hours later, they went to his mother's house. His brother lived with his mum. We done?
Also close by, 49-year-old Miss Jarrett immediately collapsed and died from a heart attack.
So this woman, they went to search the house. The mum was there. She died of a heart attack, collapsed. Let's see what happened. You done?
During disputed circumstances, during the coroner's inquest into Miss Jarrett's death, her daughter Patricia claimed to have seen DC Randall push her mother whilst conducting the search inside their house.
So that's not what happened, man. They said they went there, the mom just collapsed. The daughter said, nah, that's not what happened, man. He's gonna rushed in, push mommy on the floor, she's dead, man. She's dead, man. How come when it comes to, how come Janae gets justice, man? How come, when police raid a house, they're mindful of children and elderly people, man? Not our house. They push our moms on the floor, man. Push them on the floor, make them collapse and have heart attack and die, man. That's the police system for you. The army system don't work for you. The government system don't work for you. And even the police system don't work for you, man. Keep reading.
Whilst conducting the search inside the house, causing her to fall, Randall denied this allegation.
Randall said no. That didn't happen. I didn't push her. I didn't make her fall, man. Next slide. Another person in the 80s again, man. Sherry Gross. Read that for me.
Sherry Gross. On the morning of the 28th of September 1985, a group of police officers raided Sherry Gross's house on Normandy Road, Brixton, included an armed CID officer.
There you go. So armed police went to the sister's house, raided the house in Brixton. We done?
Searching for suspected armed robber, Michael Gross.
And they're looking for, I think it's their son, Michael Gross, who they suspected was an armed robber. We done?
Miss Gross was in bed, whilst further 6 children were in residence. When the police entered the house with force during the raid, Miss Gross was shot in the chest.
There you go, man. Miss Gross was in her bed, man. How a bullet reached her chest, I don't know. The police did that. The police did that. I think police did that to poor old Janae. You think police did that to poor old Madeline or anyone else? But because it's a black man, the police shot her in her chest, man. And why are you surprised? You don't see Rich is a head of the police force, man. Right. He's a sergeant in the police force. He's racist, man. So the people he trained, the people under him must be racist also, man. Rich is a superintendent, a sergeant who trains other people to be just like him, shows them the ropes, man. So why is it shocking that Sherry Gross get shot in the chest, man? He trained these officers here. He trained them, and he trained them well. He trained them to be just like him. He trained them to hate black people just like how he hates black people. We done.
After an extensive search, the police did not find Michael Gross. An ambulance was called, and by the time it had arrived, a small crowd had gathered outside the house. Miss Gross was taken to St. Thomas Hospital in central London.
Alright, next slide. Again, so let's go back in time then. So far, we've seen the 60s, yeah? In the 60s, police brutality. Mark Duggan, police brutality. And we're going to go back to 1919, man, before any of us was even born, in England. You see, black people have been there before the British generation, but people don't know that. A lot of black merchants used to come here. A lot of free slaves used to come here, man. And you know, when people think of black neighborhoods, think of Brixton, Handsworth, Hockley, Newtown, you know, what else? Mossad and so forth. Liverpool has the oldest ghetto, the oldest black community in England, man, called Toxteth. You know, it dates back to the 1800s, man. And in the same ghetto, this is what happened back then. So police brutality ain't nothing new to you, man. I'm going to show you right now. Read that for me.
1919, the murder of Charles Wooten.
This is 1919. This is a newspaper article you get from any internet website. Type in Charles Wooten and you can get it.
On the evening of the 5th of June 1919, a fight took place in Great George's Square, Liverpool. It involved rival groups of black and Scandinavians.
So in 1919, Liverpool, a fight broke out, a racial fight broke out between blacks and Scandinavians. We done.
The police were called and decided to arrest the black men.
And what?
The police were called and decided to arrest the black men.
Am I making this up? In 1919, and police brutality existed even then. In the same country, in Great Britain, man, in 1919, the police were called. A fight broke out between Scandinavian men and black men, and the police were called and decided to arrest only the black men. You can't make this up, man. So so why are you surprised? The police force has been racist since the early 1900s, man. It's been racist since the early 1900s. So Charles dying ain't a shock. Mark Duggan dying ain't a shock. It's been racist, man. It's been racist since slavery up until now, man. So why are we shocked, man? I can't believe the police force did that. I can't believe, how can the policemen do that? That's so inhumane. That's what they're made to do, man. That's what they do, man. They hate black people, but love Asians, though. They love Chinese. They love the Eritreans. But black people, they can't stand, man. And this is 1919, man.
They went at the head of an angry white crowd to Upper Pitt Street, where there were hostels and other houses occupied by the black community. There was resistance to this incursion, and 2 police officers sustained gunshot wounds seemingly from the same bullet. Charles Wooten, a 24-year-old ship's fireman from Bermuda.
So Charles Wooten was a man from Bermuda, you know what I mean? One of us, man, the Hebrew Israelite, man. From Bermuda, Caribbean. 24, you know how young 24 is? 24 is young, man. I think Tupac died about 24, 25. Young, man. And his brother's dead by the hands of the police, man. The police came in the area, a fight broke out between what? Scandinavians and blacks. Police come to arrest blacks only, man. And here comes Charles Wooten, a young black man, 24, man. Janae was 28. Janae was 28, man. He can take care of himself. Come on, he's tough, man. He can dust off that. I've got pepper spray and mace. He can dust that off, man. But meanwhile, Charles Wooten dead, man. Keep it in.
Charles Wooten, a 24-year-old ship's fireman from Bermuda, lived at 18 Upper Pitt Street. He fled from the house to escape. He was chased about half a mile to the Queen's Dock. A police officer took hold of him there, but the crowd snatched him away.
So a policeman chased Charles Wooten, chased him, and guess what? The crowd took him away. The Scandinavian crowd took him away. So what does that show you? The police came and arrested blacks, but the Scandinavian crowd took Charles Wooten away. So who was really the problem? Was it black people? Who was really the problem?
Yeah.
The black people fighting. Scandinavians took Charles Wooten out of the hands of the police, man. It's like the other one.
Now, so it's heavy. So then, back then, you gotta think. So while they're trying to arrest us, they must have been going on bad. If you can take someone out of an officer's hand, like, you know what I mean? Who dares do something like that?
Exactly. So who's the real problem? These Scandinavians are bold enough to take a man out of police custody. They're the problem, man. But the police are looking at you like you're the problem. They're arresting blacks, they're criminals, man. Oh man, they're with the animals, man. When the real criminals ain't black people, man. You know black people are trying to find a little piece of crumbs, man, to make ends meet. So that's what we are. They cut off our benefits and sanctions, so we're not giving no money, man. We are the Indian man rapes this country blind, man. That's right. The Indian man, all the doctors are Indian, and the Indian man will go to a doctor who's his brother, man. And say, listen, hook up with a sick note, man. You know, sick note for work, man. And get a handicapped space outside his house. Get hooked up and everything. Don't tell me lying, man. You all know, man. Indian man got the hook up for all dodgy stuff, man. Dodgy cars, dodgy insurance, man. And a black man selling a bit of weed is a problem. That's the problem with life, man. The Romanian man owns all them brothels in London, man. All them brothels owned by the Romanian man. And a black man's trying to make, black man's goal in life is to get a Gucci belt, man. So I can also just get a Gucci belt, man. And these men got millions and millions and doing this and tax evasion and opening brothels, man. But with the problem, man, the blacks. England would be such a better place for the blacks. Over here, they bother the black people, man. When the blacks were the problem, these Scandinavians are that bold. If they were so, if Scandinavians were so, oh, thanks officers, thanks, black men are so proud. This problem, thanks for helping us, man. They were like that. They was that rough that they took black men out of the hands of the police, man. They're the aggressors, they're the animals. Because black men would never do that. Keep it in.
He either jumped or was thrown into the water.
They said he would either jumped or was thrown into the water, man. He's in a crowd full of Scandinavians, like angry Scandinavians that kidnapped him from the police. I think they throw him in the water, man. Keep it in.
He was then hit on the head by a stone and drowned.
Come on, man. Come on. So police brutality ain't nothing new. It's 1919, man. Give me the next slide. Okay, this is a SOS law in 1970s to the 80s. This is the law. This is something written in the law. So again, the police force has failed you, man. The RAF has failed you. The government has failed you, man. They don't like black people, and even the metropolitan police don't like black people, man. This is in their laws, read.
The SOS law, 1970s and 1980s, the law caused much discontent among certain sections of the population, particularly black and ethnic minorities.
So they got a law called the SOS law, SOS short for suspect, where they can search anybody. But the law, this law caused discomfort to what? Blacks. That's what causes discomfort, because there ain't no white man who's suspicious. There ain't no Polish man who's suspicious. Because Polish people, they don't own brothels, you see. Like Indian man don't sell drugs, that chip chop is all illegal money, man. Yeah, man. That Bentley, that I be rolling in, all illegal, man. They ain't suspect. But the black man, sells a bit of weed here and there. You know what, black man, you're so righteous to hold. You know what, you can't sell drugs, right, man. You can't sell drugs. Like, the amount of little money you get, man. I see a black man with a decent car. The Indian man has cars upon cars upon cars and businesses upon businesses. That's how righteous you are, man. Black man, you ain't made to be a sinner, man. You sell drugs, guess where you end up in jail. The Indian man sells drugs, guess where he ends up on top. The white man sells drugs, he ends up on top, man. Because he's not in you to be no drug dealer, man.
That's right.
But guess who's suspicious though? You are, the police. You're the suspicious one. Look at you and they go, yo, we're lucky, man. Look at your pants hanging. But even when black people do sell drugs, it's small time, man. It's small time. How many times have you read the newspaper, Indian man arrested and certain kilos of coke found, man? Them kind of kilos, a black man never seen in his life. Black man selling little dime bags here and there, man, but we're suspicious. So, like, excuse me, we're suspicious, man. But that shop, that corner shop, which is funded by drug money, that ain't suspicious though. Indian man, the most shit. I don't Indian man listen. If you want the mileage reduced on your car, he could hook you up, man. I don't Indian man listen. If you want a security badge, he can get you that security badge, man. I don't Indian man can pull some strings, man. But yo, black people, we're suspicious, man. We're the suspicious ones. Anyway, we done.
Against whom the law was particularly targeted by the police, the SOS law had attracted considerable controversy prior to the early 1980s. Race riots in St. Paul's, Bristol in 1980.
There you go. So these things call a lot of numerous race riots. Black men say, yo, why is it why is it fair? And that's because this law was put in place. Give me that slide. And that's the women's reservation, man. That's where, a lot of these people stem from. Our grandparents come to this country. When they find out who they are, we came to this country to work. Britain at the time went through World War I and II, had no money, they were broke, so they needed some workers, man. And they invited us to come to, we're going to come over here and get some money. And we did that, man. And our people come over here, look us, man, come on the ship, look at this, man. Anyone see movies on British history like Oliver Twist, and then movies there with all that dirt on their face and they're throwing buckets of shit out the window and stuff. Look at us, man, look at us, man. We're on a boat for 3 months, look at that fresh shirt, man. What? Look at that fresh shirt, party in the head, looking fresh, man. And we're the savages. We're on a boat for 3 months, looking good, like, see, you out here in the police force, man. One time there was a villa match the other day, and there's a policeman all lined up, your kids for riot. I'm driving, all the policemen rough, like this must be the police force. Yeah. Boots ain't talking to this jeans. Bro, this is the police force. Not our people, man. Our people's Chris, man. Come on, man. Look at his brothers here, man.
Chris from Dave.
Come on, man. Dave, man. It's our people, man. But anyway, next slide. I'm gonna find out about the rush. What they did. I don't know how we're here today. Be that for me.
The British Nationality Act, 1948.
So this is a law called the British Nationality Act, where we come in. We done?
gave citizens of the United Kingdom and
Gave what?
colonies, gave citizens of the United Kingdom and colonies status and the right to settle in the UK.
Alright, now keep that in mind. This act gave citizens from the colonies a right to be in this country. We didn't come on the back of a lorry. We didn't falsify no documents. We're not refugees. We're not like Mr. Jama and Musa and the Polish. This law gave us a right to be here. Gave blacks a right, the Caribbeans a right to be in this country. We were colonies owned by Britain, and this act, I think this act up, the British Nationality Act in 1948 gave us the right to be here, man. Keep reading.
To everyone who was at that time a British subject.
And everyone who was subject to the British, that is what also the East Indians, the Guyanese, the Caribbeans in general, it gave them a right to be here, man. Keep reading.
British subject by virtue of having been born in a British colony. The act and encouragement from British government campaigns in Caribbean countries led to a wave of immigration between 1948 and 1970.
Okay, so the fact that this act said we're allowed, even though we're not born in England, we're allowed to be here because we are a British colony. And we have the right to be here, work here, right to the benefits here. And after World War II, we were allowed to come here and work. That's what this act said. I made this law up, they made this law up. Next slide actually. So what happened? A lot of black people come over here to work and so forth. Read that for me.
Since these people had the legal right to come to the UK, they neither needed nor were given any documents.
So because these people are allowed to come here, because the women were allowed to come here, they weren't given documents. They didn't need passports. They didn't need what the Polish man needs and the Eritrean man needs and what they need. We was legal in this country, man. Keep it in.
To the UK, they neither needed nor were given any documents upon entry to the UK, nor following changes in immigration laws in the early 1970s. Many worked or attended schools in the
Many
UK.
what?
Many worked.
Many what?
Many worked.
And many of us worked. He that worked, man. Earned a little work, we worked. Everything we wanted, we worked for it, man.
want to call us lazy.
You wanted food, we worked for it. We wanted a house, we worked for it. We wanted rent, we worked for our rent, man. We worked for a roof over our head, man. And we're lazy. You know who really is lazy? You know who really is lazy? Them Eritreans, man. They come over here as refugees and get a free house from the government, man. A house that no one's ever lived in. The new, what's that Westminster Crescent? House is brand new, man. And they lived there. When we worked, we didn't sneak over the back of a lorry. We didn't come from Calais, sneaking here. And we worked, what love do we get, man? We get shot by the police, we get called monkey, they kill our children, man. When we worked for everything that we wanted for. These people come to England and don't even want to work. As soon as they touch the soil, talking about, yeah, I want some government funding. That's what the government's on his knees today. They can't afford no more. What, housing crisis? Why do you have a housing crisis? Black people know. Because of them. When we said we're going to work and still don't get no love, man. If you should hate anybody, you should hate them. They're bleeding you dry, man. Black people hate, man. We working dead end jobs, 3-4 jobs, making ends meet, man. And you still don't love us, man. Next slide. Again, look at this. Look at this. It's The Guardian. 39 people found dead in Essex. Look, family of Vietnamese people discovered inside the trailer. These people in the back of the lorry trying to get into England, man. That's who's robbing your country, man, not us. You think they're coming here to work? They're coming here to get a job. They're not, man. They're coming here to get them that government funding, man. We said we're gonna work, and what did we get? We get deported back to Jamaica, man.
Right.
We get called nigger and gollywog and coon, man. Get out of here, man. You're lazy, man. These are coming to work. They're coming to drain society, man. They're coming to beg on the streets, man. They're coming to get Romanians. Please, pound. They come to do that, man. I always say, how you come from Romania to come to England to beg, man? You must stay where you are, man. And we work, and look, we don't get no love, man. Next one. Read that for me. This is the Windrush page, the Windrush Generation book, page 135. They get the book a bit blurry. So now a power book, requested by obviously Officer Dangobar, you know what I mean, called the Windrush. So it's a book where it goes into some members of the Windrush Generation and will give their insight of how life in Britain was, living in Britain at that time. And this is what some of them said. It's page 135. So this is what our brother said while he was living in England. This is the book right here, the Windrush.
Page 135 in the Windrush. Say you were a white person, you get a whole flat for £1.25 a week.
So this man says, say you was a white person, you get a whole flat. So that means living room, dining room, bathroom for £1.25 a week, man. £1.25 a week. I know it sounds crazy now, back in that money, that was decent wages. You get a whole house for that. Keep it in.
A whole flat, and some of them got front and back garden.
And some of them houses have the front and back garden, man. Kids can play at the front and play at the back. The kids can play at the front and you can plant garden and stuff and apples in the backyard, man, for £1.25 a week. Read.
Some of them got front and back gardens if you are lucky enough to get a ground floor, but we were obliged to pay £3 and £3.50 for one room.
For what?
For one room.
See, so for £1.25, half you get a whole house. For a black man, you pay £3 or £3.50 for one room. I don't tell them lying, man. I got grandparents' license, they don't tell you how black men lived in one room, man. In one room, and the cooker was in the hallway, and we used to share the cooker. One man had to cook, and when he was finished, we would cook after, man. That's a fact, man. It sounds, ain't that what you call humane today? Ain't that what you call humane today? But guess what? What you call humane today was normal for black people in the 80s, man. Was normal for black people in the 60s, man. And today you say that's humane. You can't do that. What's that rule? Every house, according to the law, every house must have what heating. And the boiler, well, you didn't treat us like that, then. How is it every house must have a boiler or it's against the law, but when it's us, we don't know boiler? Do you know it's a fact? You know what, I don't get it, man. Carry on. It's like,
And at that, you had to cook outside.
To what? Read that again. So for £3.50 double what the white man paying for a house, you're paying £3 double for one room. And what?
You had to cook outside in the passageway.
And you have to cook outside in the passageway, man. For half the price, a white man has a whole house for himself. You can go upstairs, downstairs, go to the bathroom. You got one room and you have to cook outside in the passageway, man. You and your children had to rent one room, man. Keep it
in the passageway, they would have this stove and maybe 3-4 people all to use the one stove. It was a rat race, really.
See that? In the passageway, they had 3-4 people, man. Had to use one stove. Show me when Great Britain ever immigrated to black people, man.
Right.
Come on, the police force don't love us, man. They name their roles after people that hate black people, man. They don't want to. We die and bleed in their wars and love their God, but they don't even mention it in history, man. And when we came here, we struggled, man. We worked. We didn't say, listen, we want some benefits. We want you to mine us. No, we work our own wage, man. And they upped the price on rent, man. Gave us a room to live in. Who the hell can live in one room, man, to this day? And we did with our families, man. Husbands and wives and children in one room, man. They did that to us. Don't tell me Great Britain's great, man. Don't tell me I don't know about Theresa May and the flag and the Union Jack, man. Because it ain't been great to black people, man. Keep it in.
It was a rat race, really, because if you put your money in, you make sure you go and put your food on right away so that you can use the money that you put in.
So the rat race, you want to put your money in, cook quickly before the next man comes, man. There was no, put the stove on, you put it on simmer and go upstairs and watch the TV and come back down, man. That's the life we live. And we come here to fix your country, man. We come here to make an honest wage, man, an honest earning, man. And that's how they treated us, man. Next slide. Do page 90 again. For the same book. When you go to account to certain people that lived in England at the time, and you know what things they went through, man. This is your grandparents, man. Or if not your relatives, man. This is how we're here today. Same government that you love so much, you know. Great Britain's greatest country in the place of the earth, but I beg to differ. Read that for me.
Page 90. I saw this advert, you know, in a shop window about rooms to let.
Okay, so this man here, black man, saw an advert in the shop window about rooms to let. Not houses.
It's all here.
So he went to the phone box, phone there. So yeah, come around, man. The room is free, man. Come through, man. You know.
You'll get the room. So when I arrived, I rang the bell, and this white lady, she came out and I said, "Good afternoon, madam." And the moment when she answered the door, you know, it's like as if she's so frightened.
So the woman opened the door. They come to the house. The address, open the door. She's frightened like, bro, who's this black man here, man? Keep it in.
Because she didn't expect to see a black man. I said probably she might know it was a foreigner by my accent.
Kind.
But I made myself quite clear to her. She could understand me and she said, "All right, come into the room." And then just like that, she said, "No, I haven't got any rooms to let."
So this woman, if I was this woman and said, "Yeah, listen, I want a room to let." She goes, "Come in, man." He went to the yard. She goes, "You know what? Got no rooms, you know. Sorry, boy, no rooms left, you know. Keep it in."
And then just like that, she said, "No, I haven't got any rooms to let." No, first of all, she said, you know, in that nice sugary way to say.
And she said in that nice sugary way, "I'm sorry, darling, there's no rooms, you know. I'm sorry." In that nice sugary way, carry on.
"Oh, I'm so sorry. You are just 5 minutes late. The room is taken."
She goes, "You got someone just to the room. Just to the room, you know. Sign the deal, sign the lease. Oh, it's too late, man. Keep it in."
So I said to her, I said, "Madam, do you see that telephone kiosk down there?"
So he said, "Yo, madam, sorry. I beg you to look over there. You see that telephone box right there, just there. Keep it in."
She said, "Yes." I said, "That's
so,
where."
I don't go, "Yeah, I see the telephone box over there. Are you done?"
That's where I was phoning from.
He said, "Listen, let's call it for the same telephone box, man." Don't lie to me, man. Listen. I phoned for that same telephone box, just there, man. I phoned you, said, "Come through, I come through. You tell me it's gone, man. Keep it in."
And I did not see anyone come to your door like that.
And the man said, "I see no one come to your door." How's it going? How am I 5 minutes late? I just called from the phone box, man. So like, keep it in.
So she paused for a while and said, well, I don't want.
So she paused, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think of a lie, like, she paused for a minute, and she's like, no, I'm gonna bust out with it. I'm gonna be straight with it, man. And what she said?
Well, I don't want black people.
There you go, man. I don't want black people in the yard. Straight up like that, man. That was Britain right there, man. And this woman probably alive today. And what do we say what do we do when we see the same woman alive today? Oh, Miss Rose is so nice. You remember Miss Rosie? Marlon, you good? Little do you know, 60 years ago, she didn't want your granddad living in the yard next to her. Right. She wouldn't hire her. You see it? You good, Miss Rosie? Knocking the door, make sure everything's alright. Calling the police. Yo, could someone go over there? I figured a bam, you know, she elderly. That's what we do. Meanwhile, rewind, little do you know that she hated your grandparents, man. Didn't want to hire them, didn't want to give them a room, man. A room with paying? Not begging, me paying? Didn't want to give us, man. Give me the next one. Give me page 134.
Page 134. When I came, I found me and my husband and this baby in one room.
So the woman, her husband came to England first and he sent for her. When she came, she found what? A husband and a baby in one room, man. In what? Listen, there's people out there with 2-bedroom flats and they say it's too small. How are we living in one room? We worked, man. We suffered enough. How are we gonna suffer through slavery, through the army, and even in the 60s, you want to suffer more, man? Ain't had enough of beating us up, killing our children. What more do they want from us? We don't know nothing but love you, man. Imagine just to be British, just to be next to you. We slept in a 1-bedroom house, man. We did anything just to be next to you, man. If living in a 1-bedroom house was why it took to be next to our oppressors, we said, yo, we'll do it then. If dying in the army just to be next to them, we said, we'll do it then, man. What more do you want from us, man? And all we get is hate, man. So like, can we die?
I couldn't believe it, and I said to him, is this how I'm expected to live?
And the woman said, yo, this is how I'm expected to live. It's 1-bedroom house, cooker in the corridor. Keep it in.
Anyway, he was living in a house, just a bachelor's, and we heard about another room. In those days, it was just rooms, but you never see them, because somebody always in, so you always have to wait till the person leaves for you to come in.
There you go, man. That's how Camden was. You know, when someone's always in the room, you couldn't get the room to yourself. Keep it in.
And then my husband came and said to me, the house hasn't got a bath. And I said, I'm not going to live in any house without a bath.
So hold on. She comes in to tell you something about the bath now. So she said to her husband, listen, I want a house with a bath. Because I'm not living nowhere with no bath. And this is what husband said, you done?
And when I went back to the landlord where we were, he laughed his head off.
So she told the landlord, I want a house with a bath. He laughed. He's asking for a bath crazy when I asked why he laughed. We done?
He says, look, my dear, most of the houses here don't have baths.
He said, listen, no houses have baths. We'll find out why they don't have a bath in there. We done?
Because what they did in those days, they used to take the bathroom and rent it out as a
bedroom. There you go, man. Imagine you got a 6-bedroom house and a bathroom, took the bath and toilet out and took a 7-bedroom house, man. So you can't bathe, you can't wash, but he wants all his money, man. So listen, take that bath, I need an extra room. Anywhere a black man can see, they want all them £3, man. And white man getting 120, the whole house himself, you're getting a room. And on top of that, he's taking a bath out as well, so you can't even bathe, you gotta go outside. Because he wants that money, man. Come on, man, go next slide, man. Okay, so these are some of the women, the same people that went through the no bath in the house, struggling, dying, crammed into a room. These are the brothers here, man. We left me, Kenneth Williams, one of the brothers, man, Kenneth Williams.
Kenneth Williams, 58. Williams arrived in Britain in 1969 on his siblings' passport.
So William Kenneth arrived in Britain in 1969, part of the Green Rush, on his siblings' passport. And you have to remember what I said. He's under the Act, but he don't need no passport because he's a part of the British colony.
In 2015, the council had been working for via an agency.
What?
Via an agency.
And this man been working as well, man, via agency all his life, man. He ain't asking for handouts. He worked, man. Keep reading.
Refuse him direct employment.
And they refuse employment. You can't work no more, man. Therefore, you can't work, you can't eat. You can't work, you can't keep the lights on. You can't work, you can't live. You can't have a house. Keep reading.
Without a passport, he was suspended on full pay, but then told to leave. He had a mortgage and could not access benefits owing to his status.
He goes, man, had a mortgage and couldn't pay the mortgage, man. Lost the house, but what? You can't pay for it, man. Give me the next person. So imagine you're a child at the Windrush, you went through all this, man, and now you're only thinking, oh, it's done now. I suffered, but woo, there was light at the end of the tunnel. And now you're old, this is what you're facing. The next one.
Junior Green, 61, having lived in the UK since he was 5 months old.
5 months old from his baby, man. This is UK from his baby. Didn't break no laws. Didn't sneak on the back of a lorry or anything, man. Didn't come on a refugee act. Came here because it was lawful for him to come here, man. 5 months old, you done?
Green visited his dying mother in Jamaica last year.
And he went to go visit his mum back in Jamaica last year, you done?
But was refused readmission.
And this man couldn't come back in, man. Keep it in.
He was eventually granted a temporary visa.
So later on, he was granted an attempted visa. But this temporary visa, like, yeah. But this man was refused to come back, man. Give me the next person. Let's keep feeling because too much. Another sister, man. Our really face Griffith. Griffith joined her parents in the UK in 1963. After 52 years, a job center employee told her she was an illegal immigrant. And she's not illegal. She came here when it was legal, man. And the real illegal immigrants are here in England, man. You want all the benefits, man. I read the act. She's allowed to be here, man. Because her passport with evidence of leave to remain had been stolen, she was unable to work or travel. Can't work, can't feed the kids, can't keep food in their belly, man. Next one. Again, another brother, man, spent 3 weeks in the immigration center, locked him up, man. When the real people that need to be in immigration center, they're free. They're walking around and begging about change. They're begging people, man. They're robbing the government, but they're a real straight outside. These men are working, man. Been here from young. You know what I mean? Lost his job. Told not to have the rights in the UK. The police immigration, told a plane ticket was booked to take him to Jamaica. He left the country when he was 8. So again, this brother was deported, man. And these brothers are old, man. And anyone says you can't let it old. You can't let it, don't look to him, he's old, man. They didn't care for us. When it comes to us, rules are rules, is getting back. When the rules say we can be here, man, just right again. Look at your brother here, the man here from Bristol, from Grenada, when he was 8 years old. You know what I mean? His mum's working as an NHS nurse. His mum put money into this place, man. Is that how you treat people that put money in this place? Is that how you treat people that fought in your army, that loves you so much? And this is the real situation today, man. Remember what we read? Them people in times past that work hard, no bath in the house, pay £3 for a room. This is the outcome of them people. This is them right now, man. Suffering, deported, sent back, refused NHS treatment. Our brother had cancer, he refused NHS treatment, man. Imagine cancer, you got no treatment. But he's entitled to it, man. Another brother here, man, retired on state pension. He travelled to on a Barbadian passport without problems. Again, you know what I mean? He's now trying to apply for citizenship. When the law said he's a citizen, he's a part of the colony, he's a citizen, man. Next one. Again, it's more people, man. A brother here, you know what I mean? What's that say? Stuart was 10 when he moved to Jamaica from London. He lives with his older sister. He was working as a nurse. So his sister worked too. We're not begging no one for that. He has not a British passport. Has been in immigration for the past 7 years, unable to afford the 1,400 feet. You know what I mean? Again, skip that anyway. These are brothers that went through hard times, man. And this is Javid Savage, the man who's in charge of this department. You know what I mean? After black people went through all this deportation and no NHS treatment and this is stress, man, trauma, man. Out of all them people, out of all the 80 people that had to be deported, you know what I mean, detained, 11 of them died, man. 11 people are wrongfully deported from the UK have died, man. The older 70, 80 couldn't take no more, died, man. Give in. Just died. All that pressure, all that detention, all that deportation. Imagine being sent to a country you've never been, never seen. You came here as a baby, man. You going back to Jamaica, you might as well go to China. You don't know it, man. And these people have died, man. Couldn't take no more, man. And Britain did that to them. Great Britain did that to them. After they worked, after there was nurses and built the NHS. Anyone heard of a tune called England is a bitch? The old Jamaican tune, man, called England is a bitch. It's spelled INGLAN. And the whole tune talking about how it's a man from the Windrush talking about works in the railroads, that the times were hard and everything. They made it work hard. You know what? England is a bitch, man. England is a bitch for black people, man. It's a lucky, man.
That's right.
You left me down the bar. 8 more members of the Windrush generation who may have been wrongly deported by UK authorities have been found to have died, taking the total to at least 11. 8 members who have been wrongfully deported, man, have died, and so far it's 11. Watch this, keep reading. Sandy Javid said British officials had also been unable to contact many of those thought to have been caught up in the scandal, suggesting the true death toll could be higher. Oh my God, you hear that? So 11 have died, but he's saying he thinks the death toll could be higher than 11, man. And that's how you treat people that work hard for this country, man. You know what? Because we're black, man. Great Britain ain't great for black. Right. Next time, man.
And this is Deuteronomy 28, so give it a nice and strong, man. I'm gonna show you about this white man who rules over us, man. I'm gonna show you about the European oppressor, man. This is what God said what this man will do to us, man. And this is proof that we are the people of the Bible, man. Read it me out.
A nation of fierce countenance.
And what did God say?
A nation of fierce countenance.
And countenance your face, man. So God said, if you disobey me, I'll send a nation against you with fierce countenance, man. And that's what they are, they're fierce, man. Put us on the cotton fields, whipped us, and rubbed pickle juice into our wounds, man. Made a man piss in one man's mouth and made him defecate. The nation of fierce countenance, man. What they done to black people being fierce, made us cut cane, throw us overboard because the water supplies were low. You know how hard it is to throw someone overboard? Kicking and screaming and did off me, man. And they did that to us, threw 70 of us overboard, man. That's a fierce nation right there, man. And the Lord said he will send that against us because we disobey him. We done.
Which shall not regard the person of the old.
Of the what?
Which shall not regard the person of the old.
And this man shouldn't regard the person of the old. The woman was old, man. 7 years old, 8 years old, and this man didn't care, man. He said, rules are rules, you're going home, man. When these people weren't illegal, they came here when the law was right, man. When the law said they can be here, they didn't sneak here in the back of a lorry, man. Furthermore, they went their own way, man. They didn't beg nobody. They weren't a strain on society, man. They paid the price you said. You said £3 for a room, man. Did we complain? Did we argue? No, we never. We paid that, man. And you deported us. That's the nation that we fight against, man. A nation that don't regard the person of the old. They don't care if you're old, man. They don't care if you're old. Everybody else, if you're an old white man, you get what? You get what? A turkey on Christmas. You know, mister, you get what? You get what? 10% off your winter gas. Because it's cold out there. Black people get a plane back to Jamaica, man. Get a plane back to the Caribbean, man. This man don't care about your old, man. You don't care about how old you are. You didn't see the woman was in her 40s and they shot her in the chest. It's like that's like. Alright, so read that for me.
Asylum seekers.
What?
Asylum seekers.
So we talk about asylum seekers. Remember, the women weren't asylum seekers, man. We weren't beggars, man. We weren't people jumping in the back of a lorry, swimming from one country to another, man. We were people that were allowed to be here, man. Asylum seekers are people that come here seeking asylum. They are not allowed to be here, man. Let's read about them. And these are statistics, man. You can look it up on any website, pull out any book in any library, man. I ain't lying to you. You know.
Asylum seekers who are waiting for a decision are not allowed to claim mainstream non-contributory social security benefits.
So asylum seekers are not allowed to get benefits, you know?
And are not usually allowed to work either.
And they're not allowed to work neither, you know?
But they may be eligible for asylum support.
But they're allowed asylum support, you know?
From the Home Office.
From the Home Office, read.
Which Parliament described as less generous.
Which Parliament says is less generous. We're going to see how generous it is. I guess a black man, asylum seekers get more than you. That's more than the win, but we're going to read it, man. Read that.
And social security benefits in its debunking briefing. This support can consist of somewhere to live.
Where?
This support can consist of somewhere to live.
So there are asylum seekers who don't want to work, who are not allowed to be here, who shouldn't be here, who granted to know that we could be here, they get a place to live, man. Meanwhile, that brother had to leave his house, he couldn't pay the mortgage. The brother was in a detention center. But asylum seeker gets a house for himself, man. He's allowed for a house. But he shouldn't be here. He got no right to be here, man. Why is that, man? Maybe Britain ain't for black people, man.
Correct. That's right.
Asylum seekers, for the Romanians, Eritreans, ain't for black people, man. Right. We work here, we don't get a place to live. He don't work, he gets a place, he gets a roof over his head. Keep reading.
Plus £37.75.
What? Per
person.
So this man gets a house, a roof over his head. What else did he get?
£37.75.
Yo, that is peak £37 per person. If you're a woman with 4 kids, that's £37 like, times 5, including you, man. That's money. She's good. You work here, man. You got 1 room, man, for double the price of what I get for a house. An asylum seeker gets £37 per person, man. How many asylum seekers you seen by themselves? They all have families, man. They all have kids, man. If you're getting you're getting what's that, £40 basically, times 5, double bar. You're a mathematician. What's £40 times 5, man?
200.
You're getting £200, man, from the government, man. Can you imagine that in a house to live in? You broke £10 out of that, put electric in, nice. You broke a next pound, you broke a next 10 off that, put and gas in, nice. With the remainder, you go Tesco, £40 shopping, what? You're nice, the rest you're playing with, man. And the government gave him that, man. And why did we get that? After working hard, after slaving, after being called a coon and gollywog, and being beaten up by the police, man, we got detained, we got deported. They said we can't work, so the brother can't work, man. And someone that wants to drain society, he gets what? £37 a week, man. Someone who ain't working, that's good money, man. Per person. It's lucky, we done.
£37.75 per person in the household a week. They can
a week,
also
a week, so you get 200 something pound a week, yeah? You're soft the next week, you get the next 200 pound, and the next one. Why would they want to work, man? But black man is lazy, no, he can't be here, stamp, no, he gotta go back, he's 70 years old, I don't care if he's 70 years old, getting gone, he can't work here no more, let's detain him. And the refugee who shouldn't be here gets these kind of benefits, man. These are stats, man. I didn't make so you can look it up, man. This is money he's getting right here, man. And what do you get, black man? Because you know why? Refugees are sad. Refugees are people, running from their country. It's a shame. Don't be mean to them. But black people, I'll get a job, man. Come on, man. Put the police up, man. Right. You're going home, man. No the sympathy on black people, man. Keep reading.
They can also get £3 to £5 per week per pregnant mother, baby and child under 3.
On top of that, they can get £3 to £5 on top of that if they're pregnant. And the Remainers are always breeding, man. They're forever breeding. How much Romanian women see that big belly, man? They're forever breeding, man. So they get what? That's £40. Get £3 on top of the 37. That's £40, man. Keep reading.
And may qualify for a one-off maternity payment of £300.
And when they give birth, they get £300 by the government. Woo! And this is someone that's not supposed to be here. I guess who paid for these benefits, man? We did. We cut claims that they get benefits. Someone that shouldn't be here gets these benefits. And what benefits do we get? Nothing, man. Everyone's getting benefits, man. The white man got benefits for losing slaves. The Indians got benefits for losing their country. The Romanians are getting benefits for not even supposed to be here, man. But black people, man. Someone needs to explain this to me. Next line. Next line, sucker. It's Jeremiah 15:5, man. Hear that to me.
Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem?
God's asking a question. Like, who has pity on you? Who feels sorry for you, man? Who feels sorry for the death of Mark Duggan, man? Who feels sorry for black men working for free, man? Who feels sorry for black men for working for one bedroom house, man, for £3 paying double, man? Who feels sorry for the women's generation that gets deported, man, after working hard, man? Who feels sorry for the black woman that got no man in the house? Who feels sorry for the brother with no father, man? He don't know who he is, man. Who feels sorry for the black that died by the hands of the police, man? No one does. No one feels sorry for you, Jerusalem, but guess who do feel sorry for? Madeline. We need to find Madeline. She's out there. We're gonna find her, man. The Romanians, come on, the asylum seekers, they don't have no house. Let's give them a house. Let's give them £30 a week. They need to eat something. But no one feels sorry for these poor black people, yeah? They must go home. They can't work. Stop them from working, man. Cut off their benefits, man. Send them home, detain them. But white people don't feel sorry for them. The Bible says, who shall have pity upon you, black man? And let me answer that for you, no one does.
That's right.
No one has pity on black. Black people suffered and died throughout history, man. And no one's giving an apology. No one said, you know what, it's a shame what happened to black people, man. When last time the president of China said, you know what, it's a shame what happened to black people over in England, man. No one does. Everyone's living their life, caring about them. And we care about the plight of black people. We're racist. Right. But everyone suffers. You can't speak black people only, but who else cares about black people, man? And it's at the point that now when someone actually cares about black people, it's crazy. Like, you mean to tell me you care about black people only, yes? Last time I checked, British people only care about Britain, man. Right. Chinese people only care about China, man. Right. So guess what? I only care about black people, man.
That's right.
Many sad things people happen to many nations, man. And that's just their fault, man. That's just their thing, man. Do you care about how the neighbours kick eat? I don't. I know I don't. I see him come. That when they come to my house, saw the neighbour's wife was all black and blue, man. I was like, boy, so I went home, not my problem. That's right. And like everyone cares about themselves but black people. We're the only people that care about everyone else's problems, man. And meanwhile, no one cares about you. When you're caring about Madeline, who cares about the Windrush, man? When you're caring about Madeline, who cares about black people dying? No one does, man. Keep reading.
Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?
Next slide. We're gonna wrap it up here, don't keep it too long. Give me the book again in the Windrush. Now we're gonna go to religion. We're gonna see if Britain religion is good for black people too. So far, the army ain't good for us. The police ain't good for us. The country itself is named after slave owners. Now let's see about their religion, man.
I think what helped a lot of us was that we were brought up Christian.
So the bro said, listen, we went through some hard times, but what helped us was we were Christian. I mean, you know what I mean? That helps us, man. Made us strong, and we banged tambourine on Sunday, and it made us feel good. So that's what kept us going, man. The fact that we were Christian, man. Keep it in.
And you pray. And if you read Corinthians, it tells you, do good to those who abuse you, and you pray for those who hate you.
And that kept us going, man. You know, the white man treat us bad, but you know, the Bible says, do good to them that hate you, man. But they don't mean that, man, anyway. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's another topic, man. Come to the class Monday to Friday, man, and you will learn. And that's what kept us going. Good old religion, man. Good old Christianity, man. Give me the next slide. So let's go over to religion, man. Give me that video real quick. Let's talk about religion. Let's talk about this religion that's so good that kept us going, man. The same religion that we're following, that we love. Let's find out about this religion, man. You ready for it, yeah? I don't want to hear anyone crying as this comes out, you know. So let's go into it real quick. Give me that one there, Church of England, real quick, yeah?
The courts of law give us the chance to judge innocence and guilt. But is guilt reduced or removed by the passage of time? That's the question raised by our next document. For more than 300 years, European merchants forced Africans onto slave ships and transported them across the Atlantic Ocean. And Britain played a huge part in this human trade. British ships carried around 3 million slaves to America and the Caribbean, where they worked on plantations, helping to build the wealth of the City of London. The trade made many organisations rich, and I've discovered in the archives that includes a very surprising name. God Almighty has set before me the abolition of the slave trade. So wrote the great reformer William Wilberforce. And yet, during the 18th century, there were slaves in the Caribbean who bore branded on their chests the word society. This 1817 register of slaves in Barbados reveals that society means the honourable and reverent society for the propagation of the gospel in foreign parts, the missionary arm of the Church of England.
Pause that.
Here is that society.
We believe in it. We serve their gods. Christianity got us through, man. Their gods are down to their religion and slavery too. The Church of England itself has slaves also, man. So their God is for them, it ain't for you. You're serving their God, thinking their God's so gracious and nice. To them it is. The church itself, the Church of England itself, had black slaves, man. It's looking in the records. It's saying these slaves here belong to the Church of England, man. And you want to be Christian? Christianity got me through it, man. Yeah, because Christian, you know, I mean, God's all loving. Their God don't even like you, man. The military don't like you, the police don't like you, and the God that you serve, he don't like you also, man. And I must be a Christian. I must have a cross around my neck. I must bow down to a white image in the church. I must go to church on Sunday. When their God even says you belong in slave ships, man. You belong in chains, man. If their God was against that, they wouldn't be enslaving you. Their God was obviously for that. So nothing wrong with it, and that's why using them cotton fields, man. That's why using them cane fields and them tobacco fields, man. Play that again. Keep playing.
Listed as owning some 400 slaves.
Oh, pause that, man. The Church of England, the gracious Church of England, nice, you know, Christian and nice and loving, owned about 400 slaves, man. Good old God-fearing Christians own slaves, man. Good old God-fearing Christians say that you must be whipped in your back, man. Good old God-fearing Christians rape your woman, man. Good old God-fearing loving Christians say you must cut Cain tomorrow and the day after, man. And I must be a Christian, man. Black man, Britain ain't for you, man. The Church of England itself, the whole, down to the religion, the police force, everything in Britain ain't for you, man. It's against you, man. Keep reading.
Listed here then is every man, woman and child owned by the society. We see that their ages range very considerably. Cudjoe is 70 years old and he's working as a domestic. It seems that
Cudjoe, 70 years old, man. Did the Church of England care? Did the loving Church of England care? No, got him working, man. Yeah.
Ben George can be set to work as a grass gatherer, even though he's only 10 years old.
What was that?
Some slave.
Mr. George was 10 years old, man. Did he care? But 10 years old, man. Did the Church of England care? No, man. You got him working, man. This should piss you off personally, alright? Hey, drop that. Go back to the slide. And that's the religion that we follow. See, I'm a Christian. Wherever we go in the streets, I'm a Christian, man. God says to forgive all people, man. He ain't forgiving. His God didn't forgive. His God didn't say leave them black alone. They ain't bothering you, man. Don't work them to death. His God said go do that, man. Go get that money. Go work them to death, man. Next slide. And this is anyone heard the tune Amazing Grace? Nice church song. It was written by a pastor, a Christian, man, John Newton, man. Just read about this pastor, man, John Newton, you know, Amazing Grace, how singing sound, you know. Read that for me.
Born in 1725, John Newton spent the first 30 years of his life at sea, working as a sailor and rising to the rank of ship's captain. He was also closely involved in the slave trade.
Oh my God, so this man that said Amazing Grace that you sing at every funeral, man. The man that made this Christian evangelist, you sing his songs, man. I'm a Christian. I love God. The man that made the song had you in slave ships, man. He got the nerve to call the song Amazing Grace. You know what grace means? Grace means mercy, man. His God is so merciful. His God is so merciful that he allows you to be on cotton fields, man. His God is so merciful that he allows you to cut cane for free, man. His God is so merciful that he said, you're a thief of a man. That's how merciful his God is, man. His God loves him. Don't love you, black man. His God loves his people. His God makes sure that his people are rich, and have cane, and have money, and are wealthy. I make sure that you're on the bottom and hate yourself, man. That's how merciful his God is, man. Yo, don't anyone sing that song at my funeral, it's gonna be a problem. Look, it's gonna be a problem. I'm dropping out that grave. So luck, yeah.
That's right.
He was
You want to see the resurrection for the resurrection? You can see, man. Go on.
He was also closely involved in the slave trade, purchasing slaves off the coast of West Africa.
And this nice Catholic man who would all sing his songs and, you know, Amazing Grace. This man was purchasing your forefathers off the coast of Africa, man. Making money, man. Keep it in.
And working the transatlantic slave route in 1754, he converted to evangelical Christianity after attending religious meetings inspired by the preachers John and Charles Wesley.
I'll do this paragraph, please.
John Newton is best known today for his hymn Amazing Grace.
This is another British man, man. It's famous. British again, Britain again. This man known for Amazing Grace, man. Everyone loves so much doing it live. Wait. Go back, actually, go back. So this man's known for Amazing Grace. Let's read about him, man. As I say, read. As a sailor.
As a sailor, he had been part of the violence of the Middle Passage.
So as a sailor, this Christian man, Amazing Grace, Anglican, British, nice, loving man of God. As a sailor, he was involved in the violence of the Middle Passage, man. Whipping black people, shackling them, throwing them overboard. You know?
Middle Passage, he haggled for enslaved Africans on the southern coast of the continent.
Watch this.
He raped women. He raped women.
This man raped women. I'm gonna sing his song. He's a great Christian. This man, imagine your grandparents, man. So this white man called to come towards them and he pried their legs wide open, man. Held down and raped them. I must sing his song. I must commemorate him. He's a Brit that I must look up to. Great Britain ain't good for black people, man. In any aspect, man. You tell me, in religion, in the police force, in the government, in the army, it ain't good for black people. You tell me it's good for black people, man. This man raped black women, man. Forced their legs open wide and raped them, man. And he's a Christian. You know what that means to me? He's a Christian, means I can't be a Christian.
That's right.
You hate black people, you can't sit down with me, man. I can't serve your God, man. You hate black, I can't serve your God. I can't. If you don't like me, I'm not gonna eat from you, man. Because you might poison me. And if you're a Christian and you hate black people, I can't be Christian. Simple as that, man. Your God must not like black people. Your God allowed me to do this. He ain't saying stop. Therefore, your God can't be for black people, man. I see what your God's doing. You pray to white Jesus, man. And white Jesus is graceful to you. He makes you rich. He makes you strong. Makes you build Britain. But at the same time, he's making me poor. Raping my woman, man. Therefore, Christianity ain't for me, man. Simple as that, man.
That's right.
He raped women, chained in the ships, tortured men who tried to escape and made a profit.
And that's what the Bible talks about, man. When the Bible said he spoke as a lamb, it was like a dragon. Look at him, man. Look at him. Go back to him. Look at him, man. Amazing Grace. Look at John Newton, man. An evangelist. Nice and solid. Ooh. Look at that, man. He rapes women, tortures men. That's the man like a lamb. You know, a lamb can't harm nobody, man. But a dragon can. This man looked like a lamb and spit like a dragon, man. It looks like this. The Christian, we were raping black women, man. Hanging black men that tried to escape, man. Next slide. Alright, cool. Watch this. Let's read about the same man, yeah? Go on.
During his 1748 voyage to England, after his rescue, Newton had a spiritual conversion. The ship encountered a severe storm.
So this is why he converted. This is why his man converted. This is I'm a Christian now because while he was out there getting slaves, his ship had a little incursion in the ocean, man. And he got shipwrecked. You know?
Severe storm off the coast of Donegal Island and almost sank.
And the ship almost sank. You know?
He began to read the Bible and other religious literature.
So as he was sinking, you know, he started to get religious. Oh God, please save me. I started to read literature. You know?
By the time he reached Britain, he had accepted the doctrines of evangelical Christianity.
And he survived and said, I'm a Christian. That's why God is graceful, man. That's what amazing grace. Oh, you thought amazing grace for God of everybody. God is amazing grace means thank God. He saved my life from drowning. That's what it means. Got nothing to do with you. Got nothing to do with humanity. He said amazing grace means my God is graceful because he saved me from a ship. That's what nothing to do with you, man. Got nothing to do with black people, Hispanics, Native Indians, man. Got nothing to do with, you know what, I don't want to be a slave no more. I'm wrong, it's wrong, I'm gonna stop. It's got nothing to do with that. He said amazing grace, why? Because he was going to die and he was saved. And they said, whew, there you go, man. Oh, you thought amazing grace because he thought that it was wrong to save black people? Nah, man. He's saying my God's grace because listen, I was about to die, I was shipwrecked and I'm saved now. That's what it means, man. Next slide. And look at that, man. Let's go to politics. You know what I mean? So religion ain't for you. The army ain't for you. Police force ain't for you. And then listen to the government. What a lot of black people say, you know, we got to go into the government, man. So the problem is, we got to change from the inside out. We need more black politicians, man. But look, let's start from the beginning. It's what, 60s, man. What's it? If you desire calling for your neighbor, vote Labour. So you want them niggas around you, then you vote Labour, man. But if you're already burdened with the one, you're sticking at one in your neighborhood, vote Tory. And guess who rules in 2019? Guess who's in power right now in 10 Downing Street? Tory. And in the 60s, that's what they said about you, man. And you're a black man voting, you are a fool, man.
That's right.
In the Bible, in the King James Bible, in the Holy Bible, it is a sin to vote, man. I said it is a sin to vote, man. Come to class, you will learn. It is a sin to vote. If you're a black man voting, you are a fool, man. This is what you're voting for. Now, I like Tory. Tory, they're politics. Shut up, man. This is what Tory said about you, man. In the 60s. That this is a poster, this is a fact. I didn't write this, man. That's what they said in the 60s, man. If you're tired for them black people in your neighborhood, then vote Labour. But you don't want them? No, I'm saying if you want to call for your neighbour, then vote Labour. But if you want to get them out of here, vote for us, man. That's what they said about black people, man. I must vote. Next slide. Let's go to politics. So this is David Lammy. You know, we need more black men in politics, man. Yeah, man. Because the problem is, we need more black men in politics. That would change things, man. We got one, David Lammy, man. And this is some hate mail that got the other day. Read that.
Dear what?
Dear what?
Dear what?
Dear what?
Dear what?
And they go, this man in politics. So we got a black man in politics, man. David Lammy is a man come from Guyana, man. And look what I'm saying, dear what? Call the man a what, man? You got a man in politics, he's working, do they respect him when neither man in politics? Send him hate mail, call him a gully what, man. We done.
I have just been made aware of the extremely rude and disrespectful remarks you have made about Whitcomb's speech at the EV. Recently, you should be hung upside down.
This man said, listen, you wag, you need to be hung upside down, man. This man said, listen, human being. I don't see what they say. Listen, man, I don't like the comments. This man made it clear what I don't like about him. Call him a wag, man. Anyone, you kids probably don't know, youngers, a wag is a gully wag, man. It's a black doll they had in the 60s, 70s, up to the 80s. You don't see it no more. I don't know because I do the research. And white people used to call black men that, gully wag. It's a dog with some shaggy hair and so forth. They used to call us that, man. Keep it in.
You should be hung upside down, suspended by your dirty black bollocks.
So, call them matters to them, man.
And given a severe thrashing, now get yourself a banana and climb up the tree.
I just said, get yourself a banana and climb up the tree. This man's in politics, man. So can politics say black? Is politics for black people too? No, it's not, man. Religion ain't for black people. Britain itself, in all aspects, down to the politics, ain't for black people, man. This man's called about get back on your banana boat and y'all climb back on your tree, man. Give me next slide. Go ahead.
Sink the Windrush.
Oh, man, see that? You said, read it one more time.
Sink the Windrush.
And the man says, sink the Windrush, man. So hold on. Black people have been. I've heard on the news. Remember the about 5 years ago the white South Africans, man. That Mugabe was kicking out. It was on the news 24/7. Oh man, Mugabe promised it's a problem, man. What's the name? What's your name there? What's the keyhole, the eye keyhole, something? Jessica the Holly on the news. Oh, it's a shame. We were on the news. And this man said sink the Windrush. No sympathy, not oh, it's a shame. Man, they say sink it. Who cares about them? Man? That's what they care about. If you're in politics or not, man. Next slide. So look at the history of politics, man. So read that for me, yeah?
Page is often given them to the children. Some were even made to wear brass or silver colours.
What?
Yeah, from the top.
No. Next paragraph. No. Yeah, read that for me. So this is a man called Sir Robert Walpole. We done?
And we want to say paragraph.
From the top.
From the top. Page is often given them to their children. Some were even made to wear brass or silver colours, given names such as Scipio and Pompey and treated.
Black people given colours and given to white people in England as pets. You know, and they're given names such as what? Read that for me. Scipio and Pompey, you know?
And treated as if they were pets.
And treated as if they were pets, keep it in.
Britain's royal family, aristocracy and first prime minister.
And the what?
Aristocracy and first prime minister.
And the first prime minister? So you're crying about, oh, because Boris Johnson's so racist. Listen, the first prime minister was racist, man. The first ever prime minister in England. Let's read about him, man. A man called Sir Robert Walpole, man. Let's read about him, read.
Sir Robert Walpole all owned slaves.
And Sir Robert Walpole owned slaves too, man. So why you say, oh, it was so bad what, what's his name, man? Boris Johnson said, man. Why is it? The first prime minister was racist, man. All prime ministers, absolutely, no, I'm going to show you now how they're all racist, man. So why you scratch your head like, I can't believe you said that, man. When the first ever prime minister owned a slave, man. Keep reading.
The slave trade helped to make Britain the leading slave trader, one of the wealthiest countries in the world. Rich people in Britain made money from their ownership of plantations in the Caribbean, which produced tropical goods like sugar that were grown by African slaves. Wealthy people used money they earned from the slave to develop new industries.
No, so skip through it. That time say, we read that part there.
Which part?
James Drummond. James Drummond, second Duke of
James Drummond, second Duke of Perth with his slave.
That's a Duke, man. Honourable man. A Duke of Perth, that's a slave right there, man. These honourable great men that make Britain what it is, that people that what Britain stand on, all own slave, man. All own slaves. Listen, it's not like even the politics, man, is against you, man. From the first prime minister onwards, I'm going to work my way through every prime minister, man. Or majority of them, and you're going to find out they don't like black people, man. Britain ain't with black people at all. Next slide. So again, this is a man called Clement Attlee. When black people came over here in the Windrush, this was the prime minister at the time, and this is what he said. Let's see if this prime minister is different. Let's see if this prime minister is different from Robert Walpole. Let's see if he changed. You know?
Even before the Windrush had left Jamaica, the prime minister, Clement Attlee, had examined the possibility of preventing its embarkation.
So before the boat left Jamaica, the president said, anywhere can get this boat to go somewhere else. And he tried to get this boat to go to South Africa, man. Down to the president back then. So the first prime minister didn't like you. The president at the time of the Windrush didn't like you, didn't want you here, man. So how are you going to tell me Britain's a place for black people, man? Keep reading.
Or diverting the ship and the migrants on board to East Africa.
And he tried to divert the ship to East Africa. He didn't want it in England, man. He didn't want you here, he didn't want you working here, man. Keep reading.
After the vessel had arrived at Tilbury, the colonial secretary, Arthur Creech Jones, is said to have reassured his cabinet colleagues that although these people have British passports and must be allowed to land, there's nothing to worry about.
So this man says, when we came over here, said, okay, they got British passports here, but listen, there's nothing to worry about. Keep reading.
Because they won't last one winter in England.
This is cold out here, don't last, man. They go home, trust me, it's fine. When that cold bites them, they're going home, man. That's how much he didn't want you here, man. It's another prime minister, man. Let's get another prime minister, come on. Come on, he must have Enoch Power, man. Enoch Power. He must have Enoch Power, man. He's famous for his speech, the rivers of blood, man. Let's read about this, man. Read.
John Enoch Powell, February 1998.
This man's an MBE. This man been awarded by the Queen. This man been awarded by the Queen. I thought murderers and racist people don't get awards, man. If you're a racist, you don't get jobs. You get punished, man. This man gets awarded, man, for the things that he said against you. You know why, black man? Because you're nobody to Britain, man. Keep reading.
Was a British politician, classical scholar, author, linguist, soldier, philologist, and poet. He served as a Conservative member of Parliament.
All right, let's keep going.
Next slide.
No, let's hear it. That's right.
Powell attracted widespread attention following his 20th of April 1968 address to the General Meeting of the West Midlands area conservative political centre, which became known as the Rivers of Blood.
So this man is famous, known as the Rivers of Blood, and that's why he got famous. The things the man said in his speech made him famous, man. This man was Prime Minister, but was an MP running for Prime Minister at the time, and this is what he said about black people. You know?
He criticised then current rates of immigration into the UK, especially from the new Commonwealth, and opposed the then proposed anti-discrimination.
And this man didn't want immigration in England, and the only people immigrating back then was the Windrush, man. And he didn't want you there, man. Next slide. Go on, read that for me.
In the speech, Powell recounted the conversation with one of his constituents, a middle-aged working man. A few weeks earlier, Powell said that the man told him, if I had the money to go, I wouldn't stay in this country.
So a man said to Powell, yeah? In his speech, a man said to Powell, listen, if I had the money to this country, I would leave this country. All these niggas are coming here. I don't want to be here, man. Keep it in.
I have 3 children, all of them been through grammar school.
They got 3 children, they got good education, I paid for it, they went through grammar school, you know?
And 2 of them married now.
And 2 of them are even married now, doing good to themselves, you know?
With family, I shan't be satisfied till I have seen them all settled overseas.
And this man said to Enoch Powell, I won't be satisfied till all my kids are out of this country, man. Keep it in.
The man finished by saying to Powell, in this country in 15 or 20 years' time, the black man will have the whip hand over the white man.
And the man said, the way this immigration is going, in 15 years, black men will be over white people. And I can't rest till my kids are out of here. I can't have my kids living in this place where black people are, women, you know, you might like the black men out there. I can't have it. I need my kids out of this, man. That's what the man said to Powell. And obviously, Powell said it's wrong, innit? Obviously, Powell said, nah, man, don't say that, that's racist, man. And how dare you say that's racist, man? Obviously, Powell said that. Next slide.
That man about vision and I love it.
Exactly. But this is what Powell's response to be.
Powell's response was, here is a decent, ordinary fellow Englishman.
The Powell said what?
Here is a decent, ordinary fellow Englishman.
Powell said that's a good man right here, man. I like this man. You know what I mean? This man ain't said nothing wrong. This man's voice is free. You didn't say this man's racist. You didn't say how dare he say that. You didn't say, yo, man, that's racist, man. Powell said this man right here is a decent and good Englishman, man. Come on, black man. And this is what the leaders of England think about you. Come on, man. I'm wrong. You need to join the I.S.U.P.K, man.
Right. That's right.
Start loving your oppressors, man. So lock him, man. Next slide, man. Cut for the cookie, man. Go on, hit me.
In the aftermath of the Rivers of Blood speech, several polls suggested that between 67 and 82% of the UK population agreed with Powell's opinions.
So after what Powell said, 82% of the population of England said Powell was right. 82%, man. Hey, guess who these people are? These are people that you love, man. People you go to school with. People that you see in Tesco and wave to and hold open the door for. They believe that you should be gone out of this country because in 5 to 10 years you will have a hand over the white man. 82% of the country agree with this, man. They agree that it's wrong. I thought Britain was a diverse country. We're not going to stand for racism. That's wrong, man. That's not lie, man. 82% of the country. Yeah, you got a point. I don't blame this country. I would, if I could pay to get my kids out of here, so would I, man. Next slide. So this next Prime Minister now, Margaret Thatcher, man. Read that for me out.
In February 2009, Carol Thatcher, daughter of Margaret Thatcher.
So Carol Thatcher, daughter of Margaret Thatcher. Now, if you're a daughter of somebody, you learn everything from your mum. So you're acting a certain way, you know, your mum has taught you that, man. Keep it in.
Former British Prime Minister, in an off-air conversation at the BBC, referred to the black French tennis player Joe Wilfred Sunday competing in the Australian Open as looking like a gollywog.
There you go, man. This woman comes. She said that the daughter of Margaret Thatcher is Prime Ministers, man. Surely the Prime Minister ain't racist, man. You know, we're voting and marching, and you know, we need to vote, man. As I said, you're black and voting, you are sinning against the Lord. And you're being played. Because these men that you're voting for don't like black people. Right. Margaret Thatcher, the Prime Minister, you know what Margaret Thatcher did? In the 60s, black men worked in the coal mines, man. And Margaret Thatcher closed down the coal mines, leaving black people without a job. Closed all of them, man. And Margaret Thatcher's daughter referred to a man as a gollywog. And you know how she's racist? If this man actually looked like a gollywog, I could say, well, that's what she thinks. This man looked nothing like a gollywog, man. This man wasn't even light skinned, he wasn't even dark. So she was blatantly racist, man. You didn't see what this man looked like? Keep it in.
The comment was considered by the BBC as wholly unacceptable, and Thatcher was informed that unless she apologised, she would no longer be a reporter on BBC's The One Show.
So they told her, listen, if you don't apologise, it's unacceptable, it's wrong. If you don't apologise, you can't go back on the show. We done?
Thatcher stated that it was a silly joke and declined to make an unconditional apology.
And she declines? I ain't making an apology. Nah, man. Must say something to a black man. Ain't gonna happen, man.
Okay. It's on Facebook.
It's not the next one. And that's the man. Does he look anything like a gollywog? That shows she's racist, man. If you look at a gollywog and say, well, fair enough, it did. She might have been innocent. It might have been an innocent joke. He might actually got one. There's nothing like one, man. This woman's racist, man. Next slide. But that's a gollywog. This man look like a gollywog, man. And she called him this just because he's dark skinned, man. And so I'm not gonna apologise. Next slide. So let's try Theresa May now. Let's try next Prime Minister, man. Read up here.
Linked by commentators to the hostile environment policy instituted by Theresa May during her time as Home Secretary, the scandal led to the resignation of Amber Rudd as Home Secretary in April 2018 and the appointment of Sajid Javid as her successor.
So Theresa May had Javid Javid under her rule and Amber Rudd under her rule. Now, let's see what happened under the rule of Theresa May. Let's see if she's a different Prime Minister. Let's see if she's a stand-up Prime Minister, she's good and she loves black people. Give me the Greenwich scandal.
The Greenwich scandal is a 2018 British political scandal concerning people who were wrongly detained, denied legal rights, threatened with deportation.
So the Greenwich scandal was people that was detained, about 83 cases, black men that worked hard from the Caribbean that sent home, we done?
Wrongly deported from the UK by the Home Office. Many of those affected had been born British subjects.
And they were British subjects. We weren't born in Britain, but we were British subjects. We were subject under Britain. So we're allowed to be here. We done?
And had arrived in the UK before 1973, particularly from Caribbean countries, as members of the Windrush generation, so named after the Empire Windrush, the ship that brought one of the first groups of West Indian migrants to the UK in 1948, as well as those who were wrongly deported.
And that happened well under the rule of Theresa May. Theresa May allowed it to happen, man. Did she say no, that's wrong? No, we can't do that, man. She allowed it to happen. So all the prime ministers are racist, man. I knew she was racist when I saw her dance, man. I said, yeah, that's a racist right there. When I saw Theresa May do the robot, I said, said it right there, man. I knew something was wrong, man. You wanna vote? I can't vote for no prime minister that can't even bop their head, man. So I stiff she would. I said, I said, nah, man, I can't be my prime minister, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You know, your king is a man by the name of Yahweh, man.
That's right.
Man called Christ, man. Not no stiff white woman that cut into the road. It's shameful. I watched it cringe like, off, man. Give me the next slide, man. I'll give you the next one. You know what that is? I said, what they call a nigga in a wood pile. Like, they'll put him in a wood pile and light the top, man. Really? If you go to the videos real quick. It was in Parliament, and they're talking about Brexit, and we said, you know what? The real nigga in the wood pile is Brexit. Said that out loud, man. Where's the compassion? No one said, you know what? You shouldn't say that, man. That's wrong, man. You can't say the N word in here. Look what that word carries, man. Racism. They let us say it, man. And that's what they say. Yeah, get me that. That's what they say in their places, man. Put it back again.
Get to the real political parties. I.S.U.P.K. And then we get to the real political part, which is in 2 years, what happened? There is no deal. And then we get to the real political part, which is in 2 years.
I said, listen, let's get to the real nigga of the wood pile, man. I'm gonna racist statement, man. It's out. You ever hit racism so bad it catches you by surprise? Like, did you say that? She said it outright, man. In the House of Commons, in the House of Lords, man. And we must vote. You know, the politics ain't different. We don't hate you from politics to the police, to the RAF, to the rock. All of it hates you, man. Next one, man. David Cameron, let's see David Cameron ain't different, man. Remember David Cameron talking about cutting the NHS? He must have a disabled son, and the NHS helped him when his son was handicapped. Remember? Anyone seen that?
Yeah, God.
But now he's on his feet and he wants to shut the NHS. What a hypocrite, man. Read that.
Jamaica should move on from paying for legacy of slavery, says Cameron.
So he said, Jamaica should move on from paying for tears, man. See how cheap you think of black people? How is it? Hold on. We must forget slavery, but you remember 9/11. We must forget slavery, but you remember the Jewish Holocaust. We must forget slavery, but every year I see you with poppies on the side of your chest. You know, a poppy, some of them have it on their car. But I must move on. I'll move on when you don't have a poppy no more. From other kid, man. You give a £20 donation, you get the poppy with the pin that's joking with the chest. You know that pin come with a pin in it. I've got the nerve say black men must forget about slavery, man. But bad things happen to them, they're gonna remember it, man. We must move on. So you move on about World War II then, man. You take that cenotaph down, you take that memorial down, man. You forget about the 7/7 bombings, man. Have a 1 minute silence for 7/7 bombings, man. I had a nerve say black men must forget about slavery, the lynchings, the castrations, black men thrown overboard, rapes. Let's forget about that. But when it comes to ours, we don't remember about ours, man. That's how cheap we think of you. Down to the president, man. That's how cheap we think of you, man. Keep me there.
British Prime Minister adopts official calls for UK to apologise for its role in the slave trade or pay reparations. David Cameron.
No, repeat that again. British Prime Minister what?
British Prime Minister adopts official calls for UK to apologise for its role.
And this man said, listen, the UK is not going to apologise. We're not going to say sorry for slavery, man. You know?
Or pay reparations.
Or pay reparations. So hold on. He got paid reparations. The slavery was over, he got paid reparations because he couldn't work no more. He couldn't have a plantation no more. The Indian man got reparations. The refugees are getting paid, man. But black people can't get paid.
That's right.
You can't get nobody, ever get paid but black people, man. And that's your Prime Minister. That's the man, you know, you pledge allegiance to, you love so much, man. The man you putting 10 down the street, man. Down to the government don't like black people, man. Down to the government don't like black people, man. Next slide, man. And you know what this man said, Slak, you know what the man said? If I may, Slak, the man said, I won't pay reparations, but I'll pay money to build a prison. Can you imagine that? This man saying, the only way I will spend money on black people is locking you up, man. The only way I will spend a penny on you is putting you in prison. Yo, come on, man. Anyway, so this is your current Prime Minister anyway, Boris Johnson here. I don't know why black people are going to vote for him. I don't know why. The man can't even comb his head. He can't even comb his hair. He can't get a tailor fit suit, man. The man's rough, you know, black man, neat and nice. Just, come on, man, this is the Prime Minister. Look at his hair, man. Now, guess where Boris Johnson is right now? Boris Johnson is in the Caribbean right now with his girlfriend, man. I couldn't believe the article said Boris Johnson in the Caribbean with his girlfriend. His girlfriend, man. Can you believe that? Not his fiancé and wife, his girlfriend. I ain't had one of those since primary school, man.
That's right.
This is your Prime Minister, loser. Who knew what had a girlfriend in 2019, man? I couldn't believe it. I said, what? That's the man you voted for. Not his fiancé, not his wife, you know. Or his wife to be his girlfriend, man. I couldn't believe it. I said, oh, I thought a loser, man. I said, oh. I thought his suit was bad, his shabby hair was bad. When the hell if I had a girlfriend? It even looked, I thought I'd read it wrong, I thought girlfriend. But we voted for him, man. We wanted him in office, man. We said, yeah, this man gonna lead us on the right path, man. This is what he thinks about you. Read.
Johnson's picking in his apology.
So again, you know what Johnson said? He said black people are pickaninnies with watermelon smile. You know, if you're Jamaican, you know the word picnic. Now we're gonna find out where that word picnic comes from, man. It don't mean children, man. And Boris Johnson knows that. He said black people are pickaninnies with watermelon smiles. Read that for me.
During a debate for the London mayoral contest on Monday, the Conservative candidate said he was sad that people had been offended, but insisted the words had been taken out of context.
Oh, sorry. It's our fault. You know, we're picking his watermelon smiles and we take it out of context. Salakia, you say, you know, take it out of context. Let's push right again. And look at that. That's a picnic right there. But look at when you go, that picnic is a black child. It's a Portuguese word for a black child. You can look it up. It's not a child, it's a black child. And he said black men are pickaninnies with watermelon smiles. And look at that there. Pickaninny, 3, 5 cents, man. That's what he said. That's the watermelon he's talking about, man. And the Prime Minister that we voted for, that's what he thinks about us, man. Next slide. I'm soon done about that. Salakia, keep me waiting. Here it goes. Read that for me, yeah?
Pickaninny, also Pickaninny is a North American historical racial slur which refers to a dark-skinned child. To a dark-skinned child.
That's what he thinks about you, man. The black people are pickaninnies with watermelon smile. He knows that, man. You're from the Caribbean, you picking with children, all children, but now he knows. He said black people are pickaninnies with watermelon smiles, man. And that man rules over you. And you're scratching your head when black people die by the hands of the police. You're scratching your head when the window generation get deported. This is who's ruling the country, man. So of course the police are racist, man. Of course they're gonna deport you, man. Of course they're gonna cut off your benefits, man. The man that owns the country that thinks black people are pickaninnies, man. Next slide. It's lucky get that, man. This is something else said as well.
Boris Johnson said that seeing a bunch of black kids makes alarm bells go off in his head.
That's what the Prime Minister does, man. He owns your country and he don't like you. He said, y'all want to see. So, God forbid Boris Johnson coming here right now, but they go crazy. He said, seen a bunch of black people making use his head like, you know, they're robbers and thieves and I can't focus, man. So you tell me when Great Britain, where in Great Britain's great? Politics ain't great, religion ain't great, the police force ain't great, how they got their money ain't great, man. You tell me, man, I'm waiting, man. Next slide. Read that for me. Isaiah 32:5.
Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
Read it one more time.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
And that's who Boris Johnson is, man. That's who slave masters are. They're vile people. And the days coming where they're no more going to be called liberal, man. Right now they're called liberals, conservative, Labour. The days coming when these vile people, man. These people are children of slave owners. These people that call us pickaninnies, man. These people that shut down the coal mines and call us gollywogs. These are vile people. And the days coming when they're not no more going to be called liberal. They're not no more going to be called prime ministers and MPs. They're no more going to be in the House of Commons and the House of Lords and 10 Downing Street, man. The days coming when they're no more going to be called liberal, man. Next slide. There goes the gollywog again. Read that for me.
In July 2018, a YouGov poll was set up that asked 1,660 Britons whether it was racist.
But keep that in mind. They asked 100, and 2018, mind you, that's what last year. That's 1,660 Britons. Remember the lecture called Britain Great, man. That's British people, we done?
Whether it was racist to sell or display a gollywog.
And they asked people, is it racist to put a gollywog in your shop window or to display a gollywog? And this is what the country said, man. This is what the British people said, man. Keep it in.
To which a 63% responded no.
63%, more than half the country, no. Who cares about them black people, man? It's not racist to put a gollywog there. Meanwhile, you can't say nothing about blue cheddar. You can't say that, man. It's a man, but leave him alone. You're born that way. You got feelings. The LGBT, you can't say that about them, man. But it's okay to display a gollywog and offend black people. 63% of the country said that. More than half of the country said that about you, black man. So Great Britain, good for black people. the Great Britain, we love black people. They have remorse for black people. They don't, man. Statistics don't lie, man. Once the numbers don't lie, they don't love you, man. And these are the same people you see in Tesco and way back. Oh, this rose is so nice. She thinks it's okay to put a gullywug in your face, man. Next slide. Alright, cool. So we get to the end of it now, yeah? So this is a school in Enfield, in London. And they gave letters out to all the children in London. They're tired of black people having braids. And this is what they said in their letter about black men having braids. Again, braids something black people have. It's our culture. It's in the Bible, man.
That's right.
That's what they said about us having braids. Read that for me.
As you are aware, we have a number of rules at St. John's, tried and tested over a long period of time that aim to ensure that every pupil looks neat, tidy.
So, okay. So keep in mind, this is so everyone looks neat and presentable and nice and cordial. Because apparently, braids don't look good. Braids ain't neat. You know, if I can mum's look at ragamuffin. The ragamuffin. Riff-raff. We want us to neat. We can't have to be them braids, man. This is what they said to the parents in the school. Keep it in.
Fashion constantly changes, but we firmly believe that these are things for outside the school, not inside.
So say the fashion changes, we know things change, but listen, in this school we strictly want kids to look good, and because what look good, we done.
We are therefore very loath to make any exceptions to our standards. Recently, however, we have had conversations with a couple of pupils after hair extensions, which are currently not allowed in any form.
And so listen, we can't have extension in our school. If you're a black woman, you want to have extension in your hair, you know, make the braids long and whatnot, it's not for you. Keep it in.
And the issues surrounding this way of wearing one's hair.
So even the school don't like you. So this is the issue around anyone's hair. Give me for the remainder.
For the remainder of the term, all girls will be allowed to wear extensions subject to the following.
So for the remainder of this term, all the girls are allowed to wear extensions except, meaning what? Let's say extensions subject to the following. We done?
Single plaits only.
So you're only allowed to have single plaits, man. God forbid you have some pattern in your hair, some braids that keep it nice and basic, man. Keep it in.
Oh, plaits to be thin to medium only.
And all your plaits got to be thin. You can't have them big chunks in your hair, man. That's be thin, presentable. God forbid you have them braids that Samson has 7. To have 7 plaits, some big braids right there. You know, say, nah, you can't have that, man. You know what I mean? So again, even your culture, black man, how you twist your hair, do your hair, they don't want it in the schools, man. The Prime Minister don't want it in this country, man. He tries to divert you to East Africa, man. The Prime Minister don't love you, the police don't love you, they want you there saying pop, 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 nigga, man. And down to the schools don't want you in the schools, they don't want your blacks out walking in the corridors with your braids, man. And if you do, you better have them thin. You better have them in a way that you can stomach it. Too big, I can't stomach it, man. Keep it in.
Knotless braids only.
Keep it in.
Natural hair color only.
Keep it in.
Cornrows or knotted braids will not be permitted.
As the cane rolls will not be permitted. And that this is your hairstyle, man. This is your culture. This culture in the Bible, man. This culture in the Bible, black man. It's your culture to have braids, man. Give me the next slide, man. Look, this is the word locks in the Bible. Everyone reads about Samson. Samson had locks. This is Samson had dreadlocks, man. Again, words change over time. Like gay now means homosexual. Back then, gay meant happy. Locks today means dreadlocks. Locks in the Bible, the stronger quote, don't mean dreadlocks, man. This is what Samson had. When you read about Samson, this is what he had, man. That's what Makalapa. And look what it breaks down to. Braid, lock, plaits. Samson had plaits in his hair, man.
Right.
He has 7 braids in his hair, man. It's in the word. The word, if you lock something, you can't unlock it. You can't unlock dreadlocks, man. Right. But you can't unlock braids. That's what Samson had. And they're saying what Samson had, your foreparents had, man. The men the Bible had this, you got that. And this is your culture, man. I'm going to show you someone else that braids in the Bible also, man. Give me the next slide. Read that. So this is Judith in the book of Judith. Read that for me.
And pulled off the sackcloth which she had on, and put off the garments of her widowhood.
So this is Judith, man. She took off the garments of sackcloth, she took off the old nasty garments, and she wants to look pretty. Remember, keep in mind, Judith is looking beautiful here. Her intention is to look beautiful here. And look what Judith does to look beautiful. We done?
And washed her body all over with water.
And she washed her body with water. She's looking beautiful now, you know. Keep it in.
And anointed herself with precious ointment.
And anointed herself with ointment. You know when you dip yourself in bubble bath, and you get that nice bubble bath in your skin. That was she didn't dip herself in precious ointment, smell good, looking beautiful. We done?
And braided the hair of her head.
And what did she do?
Braided the hair of her head.
And to look beautiful, she braided the hair of her hair. God said braids are beautiful, man.
That's right.
Our culture in the Bible, braids are beautiful, man. Plaits in the Bible are beautiful, man. So how dare some white man say that we can't have in our hair what God said we must have, man? He said that, listen, having our hair is not presentable when God said they're beautiful, man. God said to have braids in your hair is beautiful, and he said it's not. He said you can't come in our school with them braids, man. When God said in the Bible to have braids is beautiful, man. Hence why I have braids, man. It's a lucky, man. I have braids. I have braids. Mom was born, I had braids. Mom was braids, I was born, man. Regardless of what any school said, man. We done.
herself with precious ointments and braided the hair of her head and put an attire upon it and put on her garments of gladness.
No, sweat. Next slide. And again, so so far, I showed you how the government don't like you, police don't like you, politics don't like you. Now we're in the school system now, and this is a school book now. You can buy this. Listen, take a picture, man. You can actually buy this book, man. It'll blow your mind. This book exists. I'm not making it up. It's a book. It was invented this year. It's in the GCSE curriculum. You can buy this book, man. You know what I mean? So anyway, we done. Look at that, man. It's a bit blurry, but look. In this book, you see families, white man, white woman, Indian man, Indian woman, and the black families, woman, granny, brother and sister, man. So even the school system don't like you, man. Even the education system don't like you, man. Give me my last slide real quick, man. Wrap up. And listen, you read it from here. In the same book, this is what it reads.
In Caribbean families, the fathers and the husbands are largely absent. And
Read it one more time.
In Caribbean families.
Not in the African family. Read it again.
In Caribbean families.
So they know we African. In the Caribbean family. In their books, like this is fact. In their book, like this is fact. In the Caribbean families, we done.
The fathers and husbands are largely absent.
So the father in there, man, is absent, man. This is what they're teaching your kids in school, man. This is what you must learn to graduate for your GCSEs and soul theology, man. Down to the education system, love you, black man. So you tell me, man, is Great Britain great for black people? You tell me, man. I'm just saying, so far, from what I've seen, Great Britain ain't great for black people, man.
Right.
We work hard, get deported, called nigger, killed by the police. And even the school system said you can't make your brains, man. Even the school system said that your father's absent, man. Give me this, man. That's it. And that concludes the lecture. So again, we got any more food. No need to go home right now, man. Just chill, play some music, we got food and everything, drink everything. Again, we got food program. We got some food for small donation. The brother will take you around the back and show you. We got Tahar soaps as well, no artificial soaps. Support the system, man. Youngsters do their thing. No artificial, all natural flavors and everything, and colours. And what else another one? Again, our class is here Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 3 p.m. Sorry, 7 to 9. So make sure you come through if you can again. But again, food program right there. We're gonna play music in a minute. Have some more food and just chill around. With that, we'll say shalom, alright.